Welcome to Castranger 2024! We're back!
Did it. We survived the year.
And sounding better than ever.
Yeah. I'm on a brand new mic. Lane is on my hand-me-down.
Call this Kellogg's because this be crispy. No? Okay.
Emily's here. Gar's here.
We got
I'm here.
We got the full six-man team here for the first episode of 2024.
Form our Megazord.
Yeah. We can form Radio. Shit. I accidentally gave away lore from that game that I'll never make.
One day, Jake.
Yep.
One day.
Maybe we should do a video on that, explaining what the lore was going to be.
We should do that one.
Yeah, maybe.
That'd be a fun one.
Metro Link,
Yeah.
our mortal enemy.
Yeah.
me with my not a changer.
Yep.
Ultrazord.
Your father, the Black Panther, is your father?
Our Ultrazord is stereo.
We need
Sorry?
to make a
Our
theory
Ultrazord
video
is stereo.
I'm sure I had that in there somewhere.
One at a
We
time,
need
guys.
to make a theory video. We need to make a theory video proving that Emily and Gar aren't the same person.
Get Matt hat on for that one.
Oh.
And to explain it, here's Emily. Just cuts to a different corner of the room. Okay, you guys need to be on the same side of the camera angle. We can't do that. No.
I think we should be enemies.
How did you know enemies?
I think we should cue that roll call.
Perfect! Show running super savant. Bluecaster, super Ichi.
Loud and online. Greycaster, Robolane.
Researcher of the Tokuverse, Ultracaster, Gar,
Spark of Courage, the Power of Dreams, Orange Caster, Global Soft Perka,
Respecting the source material, Greencaster, Senshi,
Trauma Inducer, Northcaster, Saga.
Casting, criticism, comedy, chaos.
Radio Sentai Castranger.
Welcome to Radio Sentai Castranger, episode 467. Episode Magmortar.
What year
Is
to
that how you
start
pronounce
off?
it? I thought it was Magmortar.
It's like mortar.
It's a mortar.
I thought it was
Mortar.
AKA the clown from hell.
Pennywise?
Kinda.
Not gonna lie, I never really liked it. I was more of a fan of Electivire and
I like them both.
Roof.
Yeah, I wasn't really a big fan of Magmar in general, honestly.
He's okay. A little bit of a butthead.
Fire
But
duck.
I prefer the Rock Lord Magmar.
What?
The Rock Lord Magmar?
There is a GoBot named Magmar,
Well, someone needs to sue.
and he turns into a rock.
I'll just.
Oh my god, the chibi one.
I still can't get out of my head that Magmar's top of his head looks like a pair of boobs.
Really does.
Well, to be fair, there's a reason for that.
What?
His name is literally Boober in Japanese.
I know, I broke Ichi's mind with that fucking years ago.
I forgot about that.
What a way to start the new year. I did not know that. I'm glad I
It's
know
like,
it.
Lane, thanks, Lane. Now I can't get that out of my head.
And then I eventually did, because I just laughed at it all over again.
Oh, wait.
Boober.
So that was the first sexy Pokemon.
Oh.
Oh, I know something that can make Ichi laugh every single time.
I
Ichi.
thought it was James.
Oh, yeah?
Wait, Ichi, cure Yum Yum.
Wow, you got him.
Yep.
Was expecting
It's
that.
such a funny cure name.
No, there
Jake-
are so many. There are
Nada
a lot of
quiero.
things you guys can say that will make me crack up. Unfortunately,
Like hot?
Hot glue gun
Damn it.
circus.
hot always gets.
Pizzenaria.
Pizzenaria.
Pizzenaria is pretty good, but
Finger in that slot as always.
I just remember that one time, the first time with Hot. I was drinking water, and you made me laugh so hard that the water came back up out of my stomach and onto my legs,
Jesus.
and then yes, and then
vomiting.
you just said
You
quit.
made me
You just
puke.
said-
I laughed so
Yeah.
hard.
Yes,
Like
and
they're
then
hot.
you just said quick, get her some hot, and it just made it 10 times worse.
We're funny sometimes.
They're funny sometimes. Paul likes it.
All right. Well, if you happen to be tuning in to us for the first time, thank you for checking us out. It's a good episode to start on because we are a gaggle of Torontonian tokusatsu nerds. Wish I had a third word that starts with T there, but I don't. We get together every week.
Tools.
There you go. Terrific is not a noun that describes us. That's an adjective.
Aficionados.
You're not listening to the assignment, Gar.
Tic-tacs.
I need a noun.
Wait, tic-tacs could work.
Sure. We're a bunch of Torontonian tokusatsu tic-tacs. We get together every week to talk about Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, and usually a third thing. However, we just came off of our holiday break. Of course, we took last week to catch up on Extra, and good thing we did, because there was a lot last week.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so usually we would have a third thing, but this week is a double episode special, so we can get caught up with the weekly episodes, and then next week we will be back to normal operation.
Great. Now I got that Pokemon Black music stuck in my head. For those that aren't in the podcast to find out what the hell I'm talking about, join our podcast.
Yeah. Anyone who hasn't yet caught the fever, look up Toothless Meme Driftvale City and join the fever.
Get in on it.
Wake up, fever.
There you go. That's how we tie it all back in. All right. So our topics for this week are Gotchard episode 15 and 16 and episodes 41 and 42 of King-Ohger.
Not a lot happened.
Which I have now seen probably 7 times.
But why? Nothing has happened. Nothing we need to talk about.
Completely uneventful.
Filler, really.
Racules did something. I can't remember.
You know what?
Racules always does something.
I watched the Raw when it came out. I watched the sub the next morning, and then I had to I watched them again when Lane was here. I watched them when Sel and Paul were here, and then I watched it again today to take notes for the episode. So at least 5 times, if not more.
God, Ichi's gonna have a whole fucking 10-page essay about these 2 episodes.
It's literally already in draft.
Oh, we're there.
It's funny because like you're talking about how you've seen this a million times, and I'm just like, I'm watching the episode 42 for the first time right as we speak.
Then you are the most freshly mind blown out of all of us.
You will get there.
Yeah.
All right, but before we can get to the good shit. Sorry, go ahead.
I had a feeling that Racules was playing his own game the whole time.
Well, we will talk about that when we get to it, but before we can get to the good stuff, we got some news to talk about.
News mode.
Yeah, so good thing there wasn't a lot of news this last week, but we'll get into what we got. So first off, Masashi Taniguchi, who played Amazon Alpha and Kamen Rider Falchion, announced his marriage to voice actress Aya Hirano, aka Haruhi.
Are they doing a Chainsaw Man cosplay?
I think so, yeah.
No, it's for stage show. Chainsaw Man stage show.
Oh yeah, it says right here, these 2 are co-stars in the Chainsaw Man stage play. Taniguchi plays Kishibe and Hirano plays Makima.
Of course.
Oh my god, he's Kishibe. Kishibe's a badass.
And she's Makima.
That's perfect.
I can't talk about Makima.
No, we can't. She's terrifying.
Why?
Because she's terrifying.
I don't want to spoil things for Lane.
Yeah,
I want Lane to experience Chainsaw Man.
Well, soon they will take each other as Chainsaw Man and Chainsaw Woman.
No.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Chainsaw Wife.
That too.
No, it's none of that.
To get through copyright, do you think I would be allowed to have a poster called Hacksaw Man in the background of my show?
Sure.
I can't say Tomahawk Man because then Capcom can sue.
It's like it's a situation of we resemble what are legally distinct from the Lollipop Guild. You know what I mean?
No, it's Godzilla!
So for all those in the Ultraman know-how, how does this connect to Decker's lineage? First off, I'm not interested in any ordinary people.
Oh,
yeah, the fact that
exactly aliens, time travelers, and experts.
Didn't this actor play like Future Decker?
Yeah, so technically he is Decker.
Oh, okay.
His name is
Decker. Discord?
He's from the future. It's not a okay, yeah, it is kind of a spoiler.
Good job.
But it's one of those.
All right, that's a spoiler.
I need to watch Decker.
Guys, I'll never forget that night. That night when we all watched episode 14 of Ultraman Decker, it can only be described as what the fuck.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love that. Nothing.
I don't
Nothing
click on...
beats me losing my shit over freaking someone like writing a letter that they got divorced from their husbands, and I went, yeah, let's fucking go.
I love that this JonTron GIF's not playing, so the frame that it showed is just him looking like he's sucking his cheeks in,
or spit taking.
That too.
What the fuck?
All right. Anyway, so yes, Taniguchi and Hirano have announced on their respective Twitter accounts that they've gotten married. They stated that they will never forget the feelings of gratitude. They will continue to work harder as artists. They look forward to everyone's continued guidance and support.
Yeah.
They sincerely wish everyone good health and happiness. So congratulations to them.
That's awesome. Their cosplays are very good.
Yeah, very good.
All right. Next. So apparently the Guyver movie is coming to 4K Ultra HD and Blu-ray.
We did it,
with
everyone.
a limited collector's edition.
I will be happily purchasing this.
Yeah, you will.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I
was
love?
a bigger Guyver fan than you, Paul.
I've never met one. Bigger.
I want it. I want to buy it.
Hey guys, look, it's Kamen Rider Dread.
Well,
I liked the sequel.
No, Dread is Guyver 3.
Whichever.
You know what I'm glad they didn't do, even though I'm kind of wish they did because it was so sleazy.
The Mark Hamill face.
Mark Hamill face. Guyver, starring Mark Hamill as Guyver, as indicated by this poster. No.
I love the tagline.
He's the reporter.
Part human.
He's a cockroach man.
Pure superhero.
Superpower.
It says superpower, which that's not incorrect, but not right either.
Also, I know it's a bit misleading, but
right?
I've seen Power Rangers trending on Twitter right now.
I noticed that. I have no idea why.
Was an episode just aired or something that is bugging people? Was there a gay Power Ranger?
I think people were just talking about Power Rangers stopping. You know what I mean? Or at least not using Sentai footage.
Dino Fury Green. She's a gay Power Ranger.
Nice.
This is a new 4K restoration of the original R-rated 35mm camera negative.
The fuck is a Mitsuki's a deep cut.
Is a Mitsuki?
Oh, you've been with us for a while.
Wow.
Wow.
Sorry, continue, Ichi.
Blu-ray of feature film, all new extras.
See,
this too feature extras.
I don't remember much from this movie other than Mark Hamill being in it, turning into this weird centipede thing, and then this bat guy rapping about the Guyver.
Yeah, these guys made me re-experience
not
that.
the guys, Paul.
Yeah, Paul had me look up the Zoanoid rap.
I'm proud of what I've done. You should remember.
That's okay, I'll forget it by tomorrow.
You are.
And I'll remind you again.
Please don't.
Oh,
here we go. Here's the reason to buy this. Interview with co-director Screaming Mad George.
Yeah, really?
Apparently. I'm buying it.
Oh, no, dude, he's awesome. He's such a...
You know that guy. He also did the effects on Society.
Yeah.
Suit test, outtakes, and gag roll with co-director Screaming... with co-director Screaming Mad George and Steve Wang.
I am absolutely purchasing this.
Sorry, go ahead, Emily.
Yeah, you are.
No, just he's Japanese, but he decided to give himself that stage name.
So he's a reverse weeb.
A little bit.
Kind of.
Like the JoJo guy.
It's with Brian using a lot.
Screaming Mad George Karizaki? I fucking wish.
Alright, I looked into why Power Rangers was trending.
Uh-huh.
It's because a basketball player has a haircut that makes everyone think he looks like Zach from Mighty Morphin Witch.
Oh, goddamn, whatever.
Can I just say one last...
Thanks, guys.
Lame.
Can I just say one last thing about the Guyver?
Sure.
Yes.
That's a real good DVD cover.
Yeah.
That's real good.
It's pretty stellar.
Yeah,
I love the first. If I knew nothing about this, and I almost do, the first impression that I get looking at this is that the Guyver was the villain with its big head in the background, and the monsters at the bottom are like the Sentai.
Yeah, they're sort of framing it that way.
I just think it looks cool.
I'll get you, Zoanoids.
If it was just the mask, I'd be with you, but with the inclusion of the Zoanoids down there, I'm like, eh.
Man,
That's
I'm
true.
still
That's a
waiting
fair
for a new
it's a cool
release
picture
of the Guyver manga.
The Monguyver?
Yeah, the
Guyver.
Monguyver.
30 volumes.
And Selma has to live.
Down front.
All right, moving on.
His wiki article literally states him as Screaming Mad George.
Yep.
That is his name, yeah.
Okay, so this next thing, I don't know if I can play it, but I watched it. So McDonald's Japan tweeted out a video labeled Godzilla versus McDonald's.
Yeah.
And
I know.
It's so good.
it's Godzilla versus a McDonald's like mecha. So
Yeah.
I don't know if it has an actual name, but the obvious nickname that I'm going with is McDonald O.
Oh,
I'm just going McDo.
I love
McDo.
the Mothra twins make a cameo too. That's great.
new Godzilla burgers.
There is
Which I would eat. They look tasty.
The design.
Ronaldo.
I'm sorry, but that doesn't work because in Japan, Ronald McDonald is called Donald McDonald.
That's true, actually.
Donaldo.
No, but like the way you pronounce McDonald's in Japanese would be Miku Donarudo. So the obvious name is McDonald O.
Oh, no, actually, in Japan they pronounce it as McDonald.
What?
I'm not sure if I believe that.
I don't.
Maku Donarudo. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sponsored by McDonald's, we are apparently.
So we should. No, here we go. Mecha Donarudo.
Is that what it's called?
Oh,
I don't know.
That's really good.
Right?
Mecha
Donarudo.
Damn it.
Guys, this is clearly Ronald McDonald. Come on.
You're right.
I just started I'm watching more of season 15 now.
You're right, though. You are right.
Season 16 was so good.
Yeah, this commercial felt so like it felt like too much. But
it's only a minute long.
That's Japan, though. Japan always goes overboard with this shit.
That's the point. Like it's trying to be over the top and funny and whatever. It's got McDonald's money. Why not go for it?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you got new burgers. You got some new Happy Meal stuff we'll get into in just a moment. They got the guy that designed Biolante to make a robot McDonald's employee.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing.
Yes, they got work. These are all wins, Gar.
Yeah. So yeah, anyone who wants to watch that video, look up the Twitter account, literally McDonald's Japan.
Where's my McFlurry?
That's its
McFury.
That's its Hisatsu.
The McFury.
He does have a giant soda
machine?
cup on his back. Yeah, and his straws are like two gun missiles.
Well, we all know McDonald's fountain drinks are like the best pop you can get your hands on.
Agreed.
Isn't it because they mix the syrup in themselves?
I think so.
Yeah. Oh, Coke Zero from McDonald's is so good.
All right, moving on. Or maybe not. More McDonald's Japan stuff.
Yeah. So, alongside the new commercial and the new burgers, there was a new Happy Meal set.
Is that supposed to be Godzilla on the left?
Yep.
Yeah, that's Godzilla.
Look, like you collect what you want. Anything can be cute. I never got these like mouse figures.
I think it's a bear. They're called Bearbrick.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Just Godzilla has a little Lego bear. What the fuck?
I thought
this is getting to you.
Why is...
We got yes, my favorite McDonald's characters: Hamburglar, Birdie, Grimace, Godzilla.
As a bear.
Ronald
For some fucking reason.
You know, the four McDonald's characters.
Fuck clowns.
The atomic dinosaur has been pushing the Big Mac since 1963. Not a verifiable fact.
Listen, it's McZilla, okay?
McZilla?
McZilla, yeah.
Now, someone was saying McZilla about the mech. This is McZilla.
Bear is Godzilla. How can that be?
This is apparently a McDonald's Japan YouTube channel TV ad that promotes their dream collaboration with Bearbrick, and that's Bear spelled with an @ sign instead of an A, because why the fuck not?
Assholes.
Their dream collaboration.
So wait, go back up. Wouldn't that actually be Beaterbrick?
Yeah, Beaterbrick.
Are those not Lego hands and feet?
That's what they look like.
Yeah, bear bricks are really similar to Lego, and also sort of like vinyl toys like Dunnies and Vinylmation and those.
So they're Takara Legos.
So Bearbrick is Japan's version of Mega Bloks.
I don't know. I've seen these here.
No, it's not. Basically, what they are is they're all bear shaped like that, but just have different patterns on them.
Yeah.
So they're Lego, but way more specific.
They're like a cross between Lego and
Funko Pops.
Dunny, no Money and Dunny and Vinylmation, like where they have. Let me show you what I mean. I'm sorry.
I don't know any of these.
Where it's all
educated.
It's all one uniform shape, and then they paint different.
Yeah.
What is that?
Look, it's the Queen. Look, it's the mascot for Boom Boomger.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's Optimus Prime.
What?
Wow. Jesse, we're getting ready to cook.
Cheese.
We're gonna cook the cheese.
They made Mofurun from Mahosukai Precure as well.
I thought you were about to say they made Mofun from King-Ohger.
Wait, they made a Mofurun? Show me.
No,
they made Mofurun from. Let me just find it real quick. It actually looks not quite as cursed because Mofurun is already a bear.
I think we should move on.
But yeah, we need to move on from this.
But the best part is that they are just coming out with a $385 giant one. Yep, that's it.
This thing would be cute if its eyes weren't way too fucking low.
Wow, HB.
Yeah.
It looks like it has like a giant skull.
Well, it is a bear.
All right. Anyways, moving on. Guard, tell us about the next story.
What is this?
Oh.
So
Mega Man X is a thing.
No, guys, it's Ultraman Orb, clearly.
It's not Mega Man, it's Ultraman.
It's
Ultraman immediately like Ultraman Orb.
Yeah.
Yo, that bow is cool.
Enlarge that in that picture.
Which one?
The one in the chat there. That's pretty fun.
We are getting a SH Figure Arts Beta Spark Armor and Hybrid Armor part sets for the Ultraman X Figure Arts. So the big one here being the Beta Spark Armor, which was his movie form / final form for the series. I was so hyped for this until I found out it's an accessory kit.
I forgot how good this form looks. Holy shit.
I have no idea which one's which.
No, it looks...
So, Guard, it's just the armor.
Yeah, so it's just the armor. You're not getting the figure. You're getting the armor and the
just
weapon.
the armor.
And what's the price point on it?
That purple shield looks like something Stay Caesar would use.
It's about
it is
250
It's
yen.
like Kiva stuff.
Which, I mean, that's kind of good in the sense of it being like you could put it on any of your figures then, right?
Yeah, you can put it on any of your figures, and it comes with the final form with both the sword and bow mode. Not to mention, it also comes with the chest plate and the final form weapon and attack mode for the main form, so that you can do the hybrid form shown at the end of Ultraman X.
Okay, I actually want to talk about this. I like the idea of accessory packs for SH Figure Arts.
Oh yeah, it's not the first time they've done that.
Yeah, they've done tons of them.
Fine. This is a really cool looking one. What's the price point on it?
It's 8250 yen, so it's probably going to be like $100.
Premium Bandai releasing in September.
Hell yeah.
$100 just for this armor pack.
For some armor sets.
No.
Yep. No, thank you.
I like even hypothetically for a thing that I'm interested in. I wouldn't pay that for just for for just a
100
bunch of
bucks seems
attachments, not a figure.
Yeah,
include the figure.
Well. You're paying $100 plus shipping, and you still have to spend money on getting the figure itself so that you can actually use the armor.
Yeah, that's what I'm upset
Or,
with.
hear me out, buy just the armor and put it on something else.
I was gonna say I'm gonna put it on my hand.
I'm not opposed to the idea of
put it on Mega Man,
like armor stuff to put on SH Figuarts, but not at that price point. And if you're gonna charge it at that price point, have the base figure with it. That's what I would say. But it looks great.
It looks great. I remember
rad
you
as
guys
shit,
talking
actually.
about this when Orb first got announced, and you're like, "Oh, he looks cool." It's like, guys, it's not Orb.
Yeah,
it's not him at all.
I've matured greatly since then.
Hashtag confirmation.
Let's see.
We'll see, Lane. All right, moving on.
So,
this is
here's
cool.
Here's something that I thought everyone would enjoy.
Ooh, yeah, I love this guy.
It's the Q-Rex!
Yeah, in Ultraman Blazar, they have their own primary mech known as the Earth Garon.
You just wanted to talk about this because it has Gar in the name.
Well, why do you think I put in the news show notes complete Gar? So, you have your standard deluxe Earth Garon figure, and throughout the toy line, they had giant kaijus where you could get accessory kits. Now Premium Bandai is like, hold my beer, here's a complete version of Earth Garon where he comes with all of his accessories and more.
And including a bunch of different replacement eyes. That's neat.
Yeah, so like you got some confused eyes, some happy eyes, some angry eyes, the sleep mode eyes, and the
I'm just imagining them packing when Miss Potato Head is packing Mr. Potato Head stuff in his bag.
Yeah, that's the same.
This calls for Mr. Angry Eyes.
Puts feet and eyeballs.
Actually looks.
That's really cool looking.
Excuse me, feet and eye holes.
Why is it that when I look at that, I see Serpentera's head?
That's gonna have that like the verticality.
Yeah, like I feel like that.
Hey, look,
that
Decker.
should have been part of the longer neck.
Look, Gar, Decker made a version for you.
I know, I love it.
So, Gar, what happened first? Garon or Mechagodzilla?
Technically, if you really want to say it, Mechani Kong beats everyone.
You bastard.
Well, it's true.
That movie.
So, anyways, you got the jetpack. You guys 2 cannons, 5 different replacement eyes, closed hands so you can hold the Tiltonite blade that he comes with, a cannon mouth, and 2 open palm hands. Not to mention all the sound effects that are in this thing, including voice clips or audio clips of every member of Scarred.
Cool.
Wow.
Now, Garon looks cool. Like, go ahead.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I was just gonna say it's going out for 11,550 yen.
Yikes!
It's not
Releasing in March.
Scavenger, though.
How much?
Scavenger's the cooler robot.
Like 1,200 ish.
Oh wow.
Or allow like 120 ish.
Like 120.
$120 plus shipping and markup and customs.
So you're looking at probably 150 something.
Like legit. Earth
Can I see the figure
Garon,
again?
really fucking cool. But it ain't Scavenger from fucking Ultraman Z. I love this thing.
Can.
He was the true hero of the fucking show.
It's a trash man.
No.
Mr. Baco. Fucking.
I mean, you know, Garon, if the assignment was make a mecha dragon, I'd give it an A.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm tossing in my head, do I like it better than Dragon Sword?
No.
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 Close though.
No,
Close.
Nothing beats Dragon Sword.
Same ballpark.
The customizable eyes, really nice touch.
I could see this thing
Yes.
and Dragon Zord going at it.
I would love to see that fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's in the same
Also-
school of thought.
I was also just gonna add one more thing in that it has more detailed paint on it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
It's a really
So
good
it's like
picture.
it's like fully painted.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
And moving on to our next story. This is all in Japanese, so you'll just have to tell me what this is about.
Alrighty, so Ultraman Blazar is coming to an end in like 2 weeks. January 20th will be the last day of Ultraman Blazar. So Tsuburaya has to announce what we're getting in that like 5 to 6 month brief period before the next Ultraman, which is Ultraman Arc, according to some trademarks, which also, as of this video, is confirmed that is ARC, not ARK. Okay. In the meantime,
so you're safe with your hero then. Different kind of arc.
Yeah. So we have New Generation Stars Season 2, because last year we had New Generation Stars, so we're just gonna do it again.
Oh, is this like Ultraman's version of Super Sentai Psycho Stars?
No, this is more like, here's a clip show featuring the previous Ultras.
Oh, so it's even less effort.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say that much, because we do get 2 returning cast members from the series. We have Ultraman Zet's, I can't remember her name off the top of my head. She was the pilot of Avenger.
Mako?
I did not help Wikipedia.
Mako?
Yes. Yeah,
Yuka?
Mako. And we have Ignis, who was, what was his name? Bosco's actor from Gokaiger.
Oh.
I know who you're talking about. I don't know the character.
Can't remember his name.
Ignis.
Yeah, it was that Trigger Dark.
Yeah, and we also have a new Gulliver 99 mech as our supporting cast member as well. Which, that's a very deep cut. Well, not much of a deep cut. It's a stage show exclusive character based on a character from a Dream Focus episode from Dyna.
It's an ultra cut.
Yeah, it's a heavy ultra cut. Yeah, we're getting 2 new hyper keys, the storage hyper key and the Earth Garon key. We also have the theme song being performed by, once again, Voyager, called Ultra Pride. Listen to it. It's a pretty decent theme song. Feels more like an end credit song than anything.
You're gonna have Ultra Pride. It's like regular Pride, but better.
Yeah, it's like extra pride.
Oh my pride. Oh my pride.
All right. Is that all you have to say on that one?
I'll probably archive this for everyone like I do with the first New Generation Stars, because Tsuburaya doesn't really like to re-release these clip shows. Because it's like, all right, you aired. Bye.
Get in the can.
Yeah, get in the can. You're going to be archived in our personal storage unit.
All right.
And that's it for the Ultra News this week.
All right, but we're not done. We have one last thing that I think Emily will want to talk about, which is Precure related.
Yep, I'm gonna just grab the photos again very quickly.
I put a link with both of them at the bottom of the news channel.
Oh, okay. So, okay, I do have them though. 1 second. So some more images have not really leaked because they appear to be at a store. Of wonderful Precure. One is of some kind of supplementary item, sort of like the one that the Healing Good had. And if you look closely, it looks like there are a lot of different animal fairies, almost like Care Bear cousins. There's a cat, a bird, like there was a bird in the other, a rabbit. I don't know if they're all the same fairy, if they're all different fairies, or if it's like a species like the Pinkies or the...
So Emily, let me just ask you this.
Yeah.
Yes. You mean to tell me that there is an alternate universe full of really cute fluffy shit with the powers of light?
Actually, there are several.
I'm sure. Like going through the Cure ethos. But are you trying to Cureverse. But these cute animals in their realm of light will probably have a bunch of shadow-based enemies, and a bunch of cute young girls are going to have to become superheroes.
I can't wait to see what this is leading to.
But there will be the thing that and don't get me wrong, I love Precure. It feels like the same thing each time, but with different rules and different regulations to it.
Yes. See also Super Sentai and Kamen Rider.
Oh, absolutely.
Wow, savage!
Way to pick that up, Emily.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my god.
She's not wrong.
That's why we love them.
I thought you were, Paul. I thought you were leading up to make a direct comparison between what this specific show is doing and some other series that none of us are even thinking about.
Oh no!
I thought you were making a Care Bears joke. You were gonna be like, oh, so it's basically just Care-a-Lot then. And
No.
I was gonna say it like, honestly, kind of, except in Care Bears, the mascots have to pick up their bootstraps and learn magic eldritch powers themselves.
Fucking Jerry. Emily 1, Earth Tone Man 0.
No. The only reason why I was asking is because, as you know,
I wasn't trying to
Emily.
burn anybody. No, that wasn't meant to be a burn. It was just.
I was just saying because I just recently watched Futari-wa.
Yes.
And I've been watching Go Princess Precure.
Yes.
And I've heard a lot of things about Tropical Rouge and things like that.
Yes.
I just noticed that the core mechanics are always the same thing.
We call them tropes.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I'm glad that you... Let's just say I'm really glad you didn't watch Splash Star immediately after Futari-wa, because it is basically Futari-wa with different names.
Really?
Neo Futari-wa, if you will.
To the point where there were rumors, I don't know if they're true, but I heard rumors that in some countries they actually just dubbed them as Nagisa and Honoka again.
What the fuck is that, Midas?
I don't know, but
it's Mahito from Jujutsu Kaisen.
But where we were going with this, speaking of fairies and Precure, is yeah, I think the protagonist is a dog of the new wonderful Precure. I think You're Wonderful.
I fucking knew it.
Yeah,
I told you.
I think because remember, Paw Patrol is so big in Japan that it's like number 2 at the box office right now.
Oh really?
So
actually, makes total sense.
I think that Wonderful Precure is sort of riffing off Paw Patrol the same way Kamen Rider Ghost came out when Yokai Watch was massive.
Guys, if you ever...
I don't know how I feel about this.
If you ever don't feel like trying, make it about puppies and kittens. It will make you a billionaire.
But here's my problem. And I feel like this is where I was going with this.
Guys, may I say something, please?
Please, yes, sure.
The thing is, we don't know yet if she's going to have a civilian human form or only be humanoid as a cure, and I'm genuinely not sure. But if it's gonna do the pets and owners as duos thing, it would actually be pretty cool if she was always a dog when she wasn't a cure.
I really hope so.
That would be cool.
Except she would talk. Yeah, Splash Star is like the characters are actually quite different, and the story goes in some very different and interesting directions that are firsts for Precure. But at the same time, as the first like Precure sequel series that wasn't in the same continuity as Futari-wa, dealing with a duo of one sensitive and one athletic girl with orange and dark blue purple type hair. With each of them with mascots which are in love with each other, one of the mascots being gentle and the other one being hungry.
Yes, my favorite character trait, hungry.
Yeah, the characters are kind of very, very similar at the beginning, and I remember being kind of confused, like, is this Nagisa and Honoka? Are they different people? And things like that.
And that's kind of what I was trying to get to. Like, that was what I was trying to say.
Yeah, those are my two moods also, gentle and hungry.
Yeah.
Paw Patrol is a Sentai. It is a Lightspeed Rescue.
Oh.
I'm just going to say it.
Shut up. You're right, but shut up.
He's right, but he shouldn't say it.
I've only seen the movie, and I actually really liked it, but I want to see the new movie, too. Because then I'll at least be caught up in one facet of Paw Patrol continuity. It is Canadian.
I was just going to say, talking dog, that's all fine. If it starts rapping, I'm out.
Done. Can't do the party time.
No, there are some
Me too, gorgeous.
There are some good rapping dogs.
There is a power rap with a rapper.
I sucked at that game so much.
I had no idea how to play that game when I first tried it. Anyway,
I just think of Christian. I think of power rapper.
Don't worry, Lane. We'll get into some debauchery later.
Oh,
right. I'll say this though,
certain
Emily.
dear girl.
I made this entire cringy speech about how a lot of the Precure stuff that I've seen has been the same. I don't know that my choice would have been making them dogs. But at least it's different.
And want it different.
Listen,
I respect
Paul, there is a Precure movie where they all turn into babies, and I am
You read my fucking mind. Every time they talk about this, that's where my brain goes.
Every time we talk about babies, you think of the Muppet Babies theme immediately.
Yep.
Okay, there have been Precure who were fairies and or animals before. There was Siren, who used to be a cat, and now is no longer a cat, which I think would be a very weird experience to have, but she's pretty okay with it. There's Curine, who became the humanoid Xiao, who became Cure Parfait. Things like that. But this is the first time where it's just straight up like I'm an animal becoming a cure, if that is in fact what's happening, and they don't have civilian human forms for her.
That would be rad as shit.
Yep.
I'd watch it. Or I'd at least give it a chance.
I hope they all are animals that get infected by the ooze and become Precures.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Precure.
I just hope one of the cures is like a dog and then ends up becoming the Thing. That's okay. A crossover Emily does not want, but like she loves, but wouldn't want to be real.
Who dropped the Carlos meme?
I have to say, I'm not going to lie. My first thought was not any of the things, no pun intended, you guys intended, but McCready as a badass anime girl.
Yeah.
Someone's made that fan, I'm sure.
I want to see the Thing.
Guys, sorry for. I know that picture was great, but have you guys ever seen? I'm sorry, we're going all over the place. The horror Bishujo figures, where they do like various horror characters as basically sexy anime girls.
No.
I mean, I have, but no. In a different sense.
Are we allowed?
But, like, I'm not gonna lie. If they're not that bad, I'm not gonna lie. If they did one of McCready, then I would probably get it.
Oh, I saw a cosplayer do the Jason Voorhees one.
Yeah.
The Freddy one's pretty good.
There's a Beetlejuice one too, and it's really cute. And honestly,
Ash Williams. But there already is female Ash Williams.
But it feels like this is actually a form Beetlejuice would take at some point.
That's kind of cute.
100%
Absolutely.
In the sequel.
Yeah, the Pennywise one is
I
actually
hate
really
how
cute.
good it is. I
oh my God,
actively hate how good it is.
I love it.
It's a variable in 2020.
Also, just
a variable
out there.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, there's an anime that just came out.
Ichi, is this how you feel about it?
Pretty well.
Unfortunately, I love it.
Yeah, gushing over magical girls, where it's basically a girl who is shy and a huge magical girl fangirl. Finds like a mascot and makes a deal with it, but it turns out the mascot is the evil team one, and she becomes a villainess. But then it turns out that she enjoys fighting the magical girl team because she's secretly into bondage.
What?
What the fuck is happening?
This is a new anime that just came out.
Basically the whole thing is like her drooling over magical girls in compromising tied up positions.
Huh.
My coworker won't shut up about it at work.
Oh, I thought you were saying the title. It's like one of those light novel.
Yeah, my coworker won't shut up.
I hope they're not Precure.
All right, can we move on because we're done with the news now?
I'm sorry that this got so weird.
That's okay.
It was my fault.
It's everyone's fault.
I'm
it wasn't my fault.
About that. knew about the anime that just came out about that.
No, because all the magical girl people and stuff are making jokes like, "You don't show your kids this magical girl show."
I fucking bet.
Yeah, the truth is, I actually knew about the manga beforehand because the plot before I found out about it basically being a bondage fetish manga, I was like, "Oh, that's pretty funny. She wanted to be a good guy, but she becomes a bad guy," and then I found out, oh, but it's basically just an excuse to draw magical girls in bondage.
I thought it was like a Ratman thing where it was like
just cut to the clip of Pro ZD. Nah, I just wanted to see titties.
pretty much. But the it's
Sometimes
all
we overthink this, guys.
It's all symbolism and all this stuff. It's like, nah.
Yeah, and Kill la Kill is just a parody of a fan service anime.
This is the only magical girl anime for me.
Yo, Binan Coco, let's go.
I am still so sad that only got 2 different continuities. I was hoping they'd keep doing it. Also, it's pretty much I have to say it's way funnier if you're specifically a Precure fan, because it honestly feels like it's just directly parodying Precure, not just magical girls in general.
100%.
Yeah.
Sevens, technically they do have titties.
We all got titties.
Yeah, we all have tits.
Look at mine.
Everyone has titties.
I'm just thinking of.
Feels
I'm
like
just thinking of.
Feels like a late game Sesame Street song.
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking of 8 Crazy Nights, but you have nice boobs.
Everyone has tits.
Yeah, this one was.
I don't know why my brain went there when I've never seen that movie.
You got very nice boobs.
No.
Yeah, Magical Girl Aura is another one where a girl really wants to be a magical girl, but the power she gets turns her into a muscular man because
that one
that's
straight
a
up
better
looks like
body
a
to fight
parody
with.
by someone who does not know what anime is.
Okay.
AI image.
Okay, can we move on?
We should move on.
Okay, we're done. Moving on. Gotchard time.
Another victory for Global Soft.
First thing that I keep dying laughing at the start of episode 15 is just like X-Rex was cool, but my favorite part of the whole episode was the first time you zoom into the face of the dad as he's surprised.
Yeah.
And he just has this stupid cross-eyed and he's like slightly cross-eyed and it's fucking hilarious.
He said to the actor, no, act harder. Act harder.
No. The best thing of this entire episode was just fucking Rene putting in this Kemi card, pointing it up into the sky, and just the sun.
No, that's the next episode.
Well, I don't care. That was the best fucking thing. Those 2 episodes.
I don't care. All right.
I've just been,
Valid. Your Honor.
It was pretty great.
Constantly just short clips of just people. The sun.
All right, if we're gonna talk about that, my favorite part is how every other Kami is like a Pokemon name, where it's like a pun or a portmanteau or like a subtle, nod to what they are and what they do. Then we just have a card that is literally just fucking the sun. No subtlety, no 2 ways about it. Kemi Rise, the sun, shing,
fires the sun,
boom, just nukes the sky.
I'm actually wondering if it's a pun and we don't get it. If it's some kind of English-Japanese pun that we don't get.
If it is, then I am a stupid fucking gaijin because I did not pick up on it. But holy shit.
I didn't pick up on anything either.
But yeah, that was a pretty great moment. I love how memed that's getting.
We'll get to that back though.
So yes, episode 15 was the debut of X-Rex, and the sequence that they loved so much that they showed us twice in one episode. And honestly, I don't like it.
Nah, it's okay. UFO form's better.
I think it's cool.
I like how he gets snapped into it, like the way he kicks into the armor.
Yeah.
The way he kicks the armor on reminds me of Build Rabbit Rabbit.
Sure.
Yeah. If you watched it, you'd know what I'm talking about.
I wasn't here for that season. I'm in my triumphant return.
I'm saying this to people other than you.
Build's a really good show.
But yeah, so we get to see X-Rex fight a bunch, and he uses Tail Whip and Roar, and it's not super effective.
It's not great.
I love the shot. So they try and use the poison and such on Minato, the professor, and he tries to like defend it by channeling energy from his ring, and it just generates this giant fucking like energy up arrow. So my brain went, "You cannot defeat my up dog." There, thank you.
That's amazing.
Could you imagine if he actually said that? And then she followed up.
And so, immediately after debuting a brand new form, when the family starts getting attacked, what does Gotchard do? Go back to base form, like a fucking moron.
Well, because he's got the heart of the hero.
It's more, gotta build drama.
Sure.
I mean, that's literally why.
Yeah.
This episode also featured the Dark Lolly making Rine choke herself, which feels like not very effective manner.
That's someone's fetish.
Oh yeah.
No, it felt like a forced choke, but with extra steps.
Yeah. Honestly, less effective, because if they're doing it to themselves, by the time they start getting weak, their grip will be loosening.
Precisely. You can't choke yourself like that.
Unless she's like controlling the muscles, I don't know.
Water.
Maybe she's trying to punish Rine by awakening a new fetish for her.
Harder.
Haha! Now you're into getting choked, dummy.
Okay, guys, we're not talking about gushing over magical girls anymore.
So I looked up what like the whole deal with the sun card is. So it's not like it's any like reference or anything like that, or like a fancy name. It's literally based off the tarot card, the sun, which also has a white horse in it. So basically, Rine's rider form is based off tarot cards.
Oh, awesome!
But then why aren't there
going to be other ones?
Why aren't there other tarot cards then?
What are her other ones?
Be other ones.
Does she have other ones?
Well, she uses the sun like as a card and then a unicorn.
Yeah, her main rider form is unicorn and the sun.
Mm-hmm.
My point is, if the sun is based on the tarot card of the sun, then why aren't there other tarot card chemis?
Maybe it was literally for the lulz. Like it was like, that's funny, the sun.
Maybe the point of it was because it's in English. It's like, you know, like the way Japanese words are exotic to English speakers, and the opposite is true, where it's like,
or it could be this.
If they just called it Taiyo, it would have been boring.
Or it could be this.
Yes,
it could just be the chemis that are meant to be associated with her rider form are tarot based.
No, because her other one's a unicorn. Is that a tarot card?
No.
And it's also, that one is not named after, like, it's Unicon, her other rider card. It's not just unicorn, it's Unicon, like without the R.
Like it's more the line of the name.
That one's more like a Pokemon name. I don't know. Anyways, I don't want to dwell on that. I just wanted to point it out.
It's interesting.
Yeah, we're seeing the other cosmic cards. That one's just a straight up black hole. Valvarad stumbles in, is useless. Everyone's feelings channel into Hotaru, and then we get this weird semi, like, I almost want to call it out of place scene where, like, he starts getting inspired by everyone's feelings, and then for some reason we just see a shot of Kamen Rider Ichigo's typhoon belt behind him. And I'm like,
yeah, I wrote down in my description, is that an Ichigo reference?
Yeah, it was. And usually they save those for like special occasions, so I don't know if maybe I missed an anniversary or something.
I just interpreted it in my head as that was the moment that every character, even Valvarad, acknowledged him as a Kamen Rider.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say he acknowledged him then, because in the next episode when he tries to fight the Orochi, he's like, "You're still just an amateur," and Hotaru goes, "Could you please fuck off?"
Yeah. I think it's more like it's more self-personal. It's him, like, I am I'm gonna be the hero no matter what. And that's a Kamen Rider thing to do. Like I agree with you. It's weird that it's just random, like it's not like a special or anything. But sometimes have fun.
This is the kind of thing they usually relegate for like movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, exactly. But hey, once in a while, it's kind of fun to see. Just because, why not? Just don't spam it, you know.
But yeah, so he starts getting inspired and powered up, and then Clotho, as Kamen Rider Dread, decides to go full Jax films by going ants, 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 ants.
Also Rick and Morty with 1 million ants.
And I love that, like, you can hear her still doing it in the background while the other sisters are talking, so she probably put at least like 10 different copies of Ant Trooper in. Question 1, why do you have so many copies of Ant Trooper? And B,
she went and bought the cards and got a bunch of doubles.
She just bought a bunch of them off eBay, like I did with X-Fortress.
Either that, or she just like saw a bunch of ants going, but just like,
and like she popped like 10 of them at least, and then when they all activate, all that gets her is 4 clones, which are literally a single-digit amount of seconds later turned off by Gotchard.
Okay. But think about it. You're not going to use one ant as for a power-up. You're going to use several ants because ants are stronger together.
One could safely assume that a power-up that is ant-themed would, by the nature of the existence of ants, include at least several ants.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
One ant stands up, the rest of them all stand up.
They help each other.
There goes our way of life.
Some of them are voiced by Woody Allen.
I just love that, like, we spend all this time like, oh no, she's summoning all the ants, and then she like turns into only like 5 total, and then Gotchard's UFO power turns them off fucking immediately.
You gotta see if UFO does beat ant.
That's a weird game of rock, paper, scissors.
UFO beats ant. T-Rex beats ant.
But ant beats vegetable.
Yeah. But yeah, so they yoink Clotho out of Dread like they did with Sabimaru, and then they just fucking bail. And I just love Hotaru after that. Wow, that lady was mad.
Weird.
Maybe I shouldn't butt in.
I still love when no one's like using the Dread power up.
No,
it's just like this like empty shell. It's
I
so
fucking
cool.
love it. We saw that again.
Yeah, it's like, like zombie Dread. It actually seemed even more like it was alive on its own than it did last time.
It couldn't do anything because there's nothing
it needs a
alive
host
in it.
What?
Yeah, so just
what
stood
if
there being
probably
like,
won't happen? What if like they bring it back again, and that keeps happening,
and eventually it develops a full sentience.
Yeah. As it has more time as itself, it starts becoming.
I like that idea.
That'd be amazing.
So that
the fact that they keep calling Dread an experiment makes me think that might be what they're headed towards.
Full on Frankenstein.
It's a homunculus.
Yeah.
That'd be so
It's
cool.
a homunculus. Yes.
I think I'm onto something.
That makes perfect sense because it's alchemy.
Are we finally going to do something alchemy related?
It's venom.
It kind of is.
Gotta get that venom.
In all honesty, it basically is venom, isn't it? Because it
it's
needs
a
to attach
parasite.
to someone, but then needs to attach to someone, but then over time it becomes stronger.
Well, no, parasite because it degrades the host, so that would be parasitic.
Yeah. So
to
anyway,
be fair, symbiote and parasite are actually the same thing in nature. We just use the different words for clarification.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, the Inquisitor guy comes poking around a tree, fucking polishing his ring again, and that caught me way off guard.
my ring, yes.
Gotcha, just won again.
Tim Curry voiced some of the dub.
Yeah, and he's also got with him the Cross Wizard Kemi, who has the X Assemble cards with her. So yeah, the movie happens after this episode.
Yeah, movie time.
I think I saw that apparently that dude brushing his ring is actually the villain in the movie.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's a thing. And I guess the movie happens between that and cutting to the Christmas party, because you see Hotaro's like, and then a bunch of shit happened.
I don't know what's going on.
So, I just love the conversation between Kachiki and Sabimaru, and he's like, did you know Santa Claus is an alien? Sick! Let's summon him!
Okay, and then Kajiki does a striptease.
What the fuck was that outfit he was wearing? Is that some sort of cultural reference that I'm completely blanking on?
That's what I'm guessing. It has to be a reference, right?
Or he's just doing an idol style performance.
I think it's a joke. It's like he's wearing like that kind of clothing, doing a performance. I think it's just straight up meant to be haha.
Sure, but I was too busy being confused to laugh at it.
What kind of confused?
Not the kind you want.
Not the kind
Why do you assume we want that?
not the kind Cell wants to get out of me. Yeah, so we have that scene of Sawa and her dad, who have been wildly unimportant this whole arc. Just like, dear Dad, I got you this Christmas present. A terrible picture of X-Rex.
Look, it wouldn't be a picture of a cryptid if it wasn't blurry and unusable.
Absolutely true.
That's true.
This is a screenshot of Lethal Company moments before getting eaten by the giant.
Oh, God.
I've been playing way too much of that game lately. I literally played it in my dreams and woke up every time I died, which was 3 times in one night.
And you kept going back into the game? Dude, that's like the greatest superpower.
What do you want me to do, not sleep?
No, dude, you went back to the same dream. You know how many people want that gift?
I would love to have control over that power. I have wanted lucidity in my dreams my entire life. I don't control that.
You're getting there, man.
What happens if you get isekai'd into a dream and you're just in a video game?
That's probably last year's anime.
That's every year's anime. It happens at least once.
True.
Every year, every season.
Sounds like someone needs to watch Inception.
That's
no
just
thanks.
Wizard of Oz.
But yeah, so we get this scene of Sawa and the dad is like, it's okay. Now I work for that weird magazine Kajiki likes because they accept my weird dinosaur crap.
Yeah. And they make me wear this t-shirt.
Yeah, I have to. Part of my contract is I have to promote the magazine everywhere I go.
They want to know that I'm proud.
And then we just see fucking Minato like hiding in a bush nearby observing. I just wanted so bad for him to go, oh, that's cute. Memory deleted. Wait, hold on.
Oh my God.
Wait, hold on. I have a thing I want to show off. Remember how I mentioned my new Mike has some toys?
Sure.
Oh, that's cute. Memory deleted.
I didn't. Damn it.
You'll hear it in the finished episode that it was a robot voice.
Ah, cool.
I would have done it in the actual Lucy Lubot voice.
Yeah.
Next expansion.
Welcome to Ichitron.
So I love in the next
Ichitron
episode,
Wesley.
I love in the next episode, Hotaru had the best fucking like roast to Spanner, where like I forgot the situation they're in, but like Spanner just like stands next to Hotaru, and Hotaru's like, "No, he wants me, the Kamen Rider," and Spanner just looks at him like, "Fuck you."
That's what I was referencing earlier. Where it's like you amateur alchemist, kindly go fuck yourself.
I'm doing all right, honestly, at this point, guy.
He wants me, Spanner,
which is
the Kamen Rider, which is not you.
Which is great because earlier in this episode we meet the woman he's been talking to, Professor Kyoka, and she showed off that she's making the Valvarad driver, and it's just the Gotchard driver with an attachment.
And I have a crush on her.
It's just Hotaru. Spanner, move down the bench. Yeah. All right. I need all the people. I need everyone to leave right now. No, not you, Rene. Not you, Kachiki. Not you, not you, Samimaru. Not you. Just they all look at Spanner.
Oh, uncomfortable!
Anyone can't take a hint. He doesn't realize he's small.
He's small.
He's small.
He doesn't realize he is rider-like.
As he's leaving.
Austin Powers.
We're referencing Gold Member when like they're trying to like.
Oh my God!
Take
Yes.
the hint that he's like not welcome.
So
yes. Oh my God! It's been forever since I've seen it.
My immediate question upon seeing this Valvarad driver that they're making: how the fuck did this woman get the blueprints for the Gotchard driver?
How did the Penguin get the blueprints for the Batmobile? Things happen.
I like to believe that she just kind of reasoned through it. She saw it and she was like, okay.
Dad's like original design.
Her whole fucking explanation of Valrad. See, what you've been doing up until now is you're only using the power of one Kemi with your Valvarad, but this belt has the power to take 2 cards and fuse them together. And I'm just like, so what Gotchard's already been doing?
Yeah, but
yes.
But okay, I guess the idea
but
is
Radder,
and he's
Valvaradder,
and he's stronger than you. Embrace it, you idiot.
I may not be very tall, but I'm slow
and large
and a dork. That had that kind of energy to it.
Did.
Get a red sword. Gun,
Honestly,
thing.
though, in the realm of this genre, I'm perfectly okay with. Oh, and I'm a genius, and I made you a belt. Like,
yeah, we just met this character, and already they throw so much of this at us. I also love that in her lab, she has the exact same tool chest from Home Alone 2.
I think that's just my dad had that same chest. Like, I think it's just the brand.
Chest.
Falling down the stairs.
I always just like the shot of them like reconnecting their noses back at the same time.
Oh yeah,
I watched that movie again for Christmas.
Those movies are fucking legendary masterpieces.
Also, we gotta give Joe Pesci a 10 on the gymnastics for that handstand into the toilet. Joe Pesci did that himself, I'm sure.
And you know, Daniel Stern foreshadowing Brooke from One Piece. That was
yeah, that does look like that.
Oh, Sevens just made me realize something actually really interesting. So Gotchard adds plus number to equal 10, whereas Kamen Rider Valvarad uses 2 of the same number. So Gotchard is synchro summoning and Valvarad is Xyz summoning.
Put the coins in the jar.
Legit. No. Legit, Kamen Rider Valvarad's just like, I'm going to be like Gotchard, but better.
My cards are going to go above 10.
12. Put on me. It's going to be cool.
I'm going to get 2 10s.
Oh my god. But yeah, so apparently the movie that happened between these 2 episodes was where Rine's rider form, Kamen Rider Majay, debuted. And they allude to that fact by having her say, "Oh no, I'm all drained out of my energy," which means she won't be henching in the show for at least a couple episodes. And then
I'm drained out of all my energy. I'm just gonna fire the fucking sun.
And then the next sentence out of her mouth is, "It's okay though. I'm no longer the girl who needs saving." She says while she is not able to hench.
It's never gonna fucking happen, but I want there to just be like the endgame villain, the final episode, they're fighting whatever the endgame villain's gonna be, and Rine just fires the sun card out.
That'd be great.
It's not gonna happen, but a man can dream.
That's absolutely a game changer.
So like old in the olden days, we would yeet people into the sun, but now we're gonna yeet the sun at people.
It's a reverse Simpsons Halloween special situation.
I'm this close to wanting to get my own Kemi Riser and then just get the sun card and just fucking spam that shit constantly.
I bought the Valvarizer.
Oh, you should get the sun card. Just
the thing is,
fire multiple suns, the Gatling sun.
The Valvarad riser, it has the names of all the chemis, but the sound it plays afterwards is just one sound. It doesn't have a unique effect sound for them.
The sun's the most broken card. I don't shit.
It's hard to argue. It's not even a level number 10.
No.
But speaking of things that are powerful and terrifying, the monster of the week was a giant Jyamatonoorochi piloted by Master Garon, who we haven't met before, just hiding in the clouds.
Oh yeah, it was a great effect how they got that. They framed it so well.
It felt like it was like a sock puppet, but I mean that not as an insult.
No.
I like it.
You could tell someone was operating that mouth with their hand. 100%.
That was actually just the arm of the fucking Malgam suit we see near the end of the episode.
And I had this whole thing where I was looking at it, it's like, okay, I recognize that that's an arm.
That's clearly an arm.
But I was wondering, is that literally, are they going to Megatron this, where the arm is that, or is it going to be a big 8-headed serpent? The answer was both in the end, which, haha.
Yep.
I have to say, genuinely the most terrifying thing in the show so far.
It was cool. I really like his presentation, honestly.
Right? Also,
I like the whole thing because we got Kajiki, right?
Yeah.
Going off Santa's not real. How could he be real?
We generally had a Naniga Christmas Day.
Yeah,
bah humbug moment.
I really thought that's where it was going. It's we're gonna teach Kajiki the true meaning of Christmas with aliens.
Yeah.
But what I like though is he hears bells, which associate with Santa, but also associated with the Orochi myth. Right?
Yeah.
So I thought that was a cool mix of the myths.
And before I heard the bells, I thought to myself, is this a basilisk because it petrifies people?
Understandable.
No, it's Orochi, but with Basilisk powers.
What were you gonna say, Lynn?
You say you love. So you see it. You say you love the Orochi thing, but we all know what you really liked. You liked her in the deer costume.
Listen, Lane. All right, so
doxing me.
Okay, so we gotta talk about this for 20 minutes. Yeah, now I do think they've bugged this fucking room. It's like my love of my life in a fucking deer Kiku. If that had been a rabbit, I need to go over. I like deer girls.
Well, is the joke that you're a wolf and you eat? Is the joke that you're a wolf and you eat those animals?
That's part of it. Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't get it till now.
What?
Yeah.
Well, Paul, I guess you're the first to know about this. I'm a furry.
I've never seen that.
At this point in the
I
game.
understand that.
All right. Let's walk through this.
I've long since accepted that.
Wolves eat deer. There's a double entendre to eating.
Yeah,
it's the woman I said I love it. Like I like what's Odo Abe. She is my waifu. They put her in a goddamn deer costume.
They literally turned her into prey for you.
Oi. I need to meet this woman.
Guys, we stopped talking about gushing over magical girls.
Yeah, stop that.
No, keep the antlers on.
Meanwhile, I can't tell if it's more or less hot watching Lachesis getting controlled by Master Garon.
There's some go to horny jail in this show, as kid friendly as it is.
Yeah.
Like I didn't realize till this episode those thigh highs on her, or what are they called? The stockings? Yeah. Holy crap.
Yeah.
It's almost as if this show is like the embodiment of their understanding that older people watch tokusatsu.
Oh, they know. They've known for years.
Oh, yeah. No.
Let's feed them, too.
What were you saying?
Keep watching, but no.
What were you saying, Emily?
Totally Spies.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't. I watched that show for those three, not the show itself.
Anyway, so yeah, rabbit hyenas deer. If you want to make fan art for me, those are the three to go with.
All right.
So yeah, things start to look hopeless because the Orochi is petrifying people across the city. In an earlier shot, Hotaro gave this little kid like this little sticker advertising their shop, and then later
it was so cute.
They bring him the sticker, and I'm like, how did the child get petrified but not the sticker? Because he must have thrown it away. Fuck him.
Because he never wore it.
He was just being like, sure, sir, I'll totally take. Just like at the moment he's out the door,
threw it on the ground,
carrying this shit.
Today I got this. It's at a restaurant, so it sort of reminded me of it.
Cute.
That is cute.
Aww.
I like the radish fox.
I do too. I figured out the pun way later. It's daikon radish.
Oh, because
con is the sound foxes make in Japanese.
Yep. Thanks, Geets, for teaching us that.
Woo.
But yeah, so we get this very cool fight scene of Gotchard Needlehawk fighting several of the heads.
Yeah, that was really cool. The way
that
they
was very cool.
In which he did not simply just go to standard form, which he usually does. You made a point of that earlier on in the episode. He usually just goes to base form and then transforms into...
Well, what I was arguing about earlier was he was already in X-Rex form, and then when things got more dangerous, he went back to base form, which was the stupidest thing.
Go ahead.
I was more making a point where he, much like other Kamen Riders, starts in base form when he does the henchman.
Which is fine, which happens so commonly that I don't even notice it anymore.
I just thought that it was interesting in this case, he didn't.
No, because he needs something that can fly. Because these fucking snakeheads are up in a cloud.
Yeah, but normally Normally a rider would go base form and then see that situation and then go into a flying form.
Normally their enemy wouldn't be a giant nest of dragon heads floating in a storm system.
This is a little, we're dealing with Ultimate off the base.
Yeah, this feels like endgame shit in episode 16.
Well, or it could just be like, a raising of the stakes. Like,
I hope so, because Garon feels genuinely intimidating, and I look forward to seeing what he does now that he's finally playing the game.
All we really know is he's gold themed. He has a gold Rubik's Cube.
Love gold.
Which I don't know how you solve it.
Which again,
yeah, exactly, gold.
Which again, we're finally dealing with alchemy tropes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, gold is a big thing in alchemy, turning lead into gold.
So, something I was gonna bring up too, especially with the fight, because I thought the fight was pretty cool.
Yeah.
The framing on it when like he's flying around and battling the big heads, that did feel like Digimon, but not in a rip-offy way. That felt like Endgame, like where they're the more humanoid evolutions, the megas and shit, like flying around like Apocalypmon's like stuff.
Yeah, it kind of had the vibe of like the Megas versus Malomyotismon.
Oh yeah.
Or it's like, oh, gross mouth. Yeah, and then so Hotaru starts to feel hopeless as he reaches for his mom's Christmas present. It almost had the energy of like once he grabbed it, it was gonna turn into a new power up.
Yeah, like it kind of did.
Yeah, I actually kind of thought that might be what would happen, but no.
Well, in Whoville they say.
But no, instead the day is suddenly saved by the first appearance of Kamen Rider Gotchard Daybreak.
And what an entrance.
Oh my god. Like, I liked it already just from the scans that we saw.
Yeah.
Just from the scans we saw, I was a big fan of this, but seeing it in full color in action, this is without a doubt the best suit Gotchard has so far.
Can I just say this right now?
I wrote down in my, oh, sorry, you go first.
Okay, sorry. Just my statement on the forum. I didn't realize that it was called Gotchard Daybreak.
And apparently it's spelled B-R-A-K-E, not B-R-A-E-A-K.
Cool. That's fine. You'll remember that my complaint was that it looked too much like Gotchard.
Uh-huh.
And I thought it was like just a color variant. Now that I know that it is an actual...
Oh, people are saying it is Daybreak, like the way it should be spelled. Because I saw it in the Detail of Heroes spelled B-R-A-K-E or something like that. But if it's Daybreak, like actual Daybreak, then fine.
I thought it was meant to be...
I think my headphones ran out of battery.
That's good.
Oh, so it's a Kamen Rider Gotchard Drive situation. We can't trust the Japanese with the English language. Moving on.
No, I was just saying that I didn't really... Sorry, Emily, what?
No, it's nothing. You go.
No, please. You first.
No, it's literally nothing.
Someone go.
Oh, okay. My complaint during watching the episode was it just looked like a carbon copy / recolor of Gotchard. Now that I know that it is actually like just a different version of the Gotchard system, that makes more sense.
Well, the driver is the Gotchard driver, but with the Gotchard igniter attachment, which is the same attachment that Velvarad's getting. And we already know from the scans that eventually we are going to get normal Gotchard using that attachment, which will turn him into Fire Gotchard, which is like the halfway point between normal Gotchard and Daybreak.
Gotcha. Oh. No, just Gotcha.
Yeah. But anyways, okay. I'm not normally Sorry, go ahead, Gar.
I was just going to say, so it's like Zio's summer movie form.
Kind of. But I'm not normally a fan of orange as a color, but holy fucking shit. The way this suit contrasts its orange and black, especially now with him wielding the Gotchard Tornado and Gotchard Gun, this suit is fucking gorgeous.
I'm with you on that. I usually don't go for this color scheme either, but it's working so well.
It works so fucking well. This is hands down my favorite suit in Gotchard so far.
It uses orange exactly in the same ways that Gotchard itself uses blue to make it look good.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Gotchard suit...
Down that it's my favorite form so far, but I swear it's not just because it's orange.
What is it? This one?
Yeah. So, Paul, you know me. In all of my glams in Final Fantasy XIV, my main go-to colors are blue and black.
Sure.
Gotchard Daybreak uses the combination of orange and black like worlds better than normal Gotchard uses blue and black. as someone
It
who's
made you a red version boy?
No, it's not changed
It made you a red version boy. Shut up.
It's not changing my personal aesthetic.
No, it doesn't matter.
But as someone whose whole deal is blue and black, this orange and black puts Gotchard's blue and black to fucking shame.
You're a red version boy in this situation. It's the first time. It's the first time.
If you're asking me if I prefer Daybreak over regular Gotchard, the answer is yes.
Let me celebrate this with you.
I like how he just shoots his cape out and his cape flies around like crazy.
He becomes Doctor Strange's cape.
Yeah.
I thought it reminded me of Ghost, but I think it's closer to Doctor Strange.
Like, okay, Gotchard Daybreak, great design. I really love it, but it's not Legend. Legend's my favorite suit in the fucking show.
You know what else I thought was funny about this episode, though, in terms of costumes? Ichinose looked like he was dressed as a minion.
Civilian outfit with the yellow and blue, yeah.
Like, really similar.
No! Balti, don't ruin this for me!
No!
Yeah!
Don't call it Kamen Rider Flavor Town!
He's gonna fucking Flavor Town you.
That works a little too much.
I was gonna call him Captain Doritos. No.
Don't ruin this for me!
He's flaming hot Cheetos.
I say that as someone who thinks
Flamin' hot Gotchard.
It's also Dorito-y.
But yeah, holy shit. This man came out of nowhere and fucking dummied the Orochi Malgam. Oh man, like I don't even know what to say. And we also got our first appearance of I don't know if there's an official name for them, but I can only refer to them as the fire versions of the Chemi cards. So now we, as I'm sure I said when we first talked about Gotchard, now we have the regular 101 Chemis, we have the dark dread versions of the Chemis, and now we have the Daybreak versions of the Chemis. Way more cards for them to sell.
So many more.
My Pokemon comparisons are not lost here.
I know, like the Daybreak versions are basically like shiny Pokemon.
And we literally have red and blue here.
And the dread ones are like shadow Pokemon.
Yes.
The fact that Daybreak
and you gotta catch them all,
No, the fact that Gotchard Daybreak doesn't use the sun as one of its primary cards surprises me.
Missed opportunity. Maybe he will later.
Missed opportunity.
You know, it'd be interesting. I was saying that that they might be the rider cards for that other rider. What if these are just basic spells? Like the tarot card stuff is just the classification for the basic spells, or even just advanced spells.
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, just like to have a basic spell that you can just shoot that has the same power as the sun.
Oh well, we know what category these cards all fall into. Like the sun is part of a different set of cards that the category is cosmic.
Okay.
Yeah, there isn't like a separate category of Chemi cards that's just like spells or attacks or anything. It's a separate thing. It is a creature. It is a sentient Chemi like the rest of them. We just didn't see its like actual main body, which is on the card.
Shoot it into the sky and it explodes.
Yeah,
as the sun does.
Yeah, as it will do eventually in real life one day.
5 billion years from now.
So yeah, and I love after so we see Daybreak use his Burning Fever attack, and then the fucking finish, the way the finisher looks after Gotchard uses his like what I can only describe as hovering crucifixion attack,
just like in the Bible. It is a Christmas episode.
Yeah. Wow. Orochi died for our sins.
Ichi, did you say crucifixion?
Yeah, no, when he used UFO X's power to like float the Orochi Malgam up, his arms were out and it was like he was being crucified in midair.
Crucifixion.
Close enough.
No, that's your confirmation.
Sure.
That's your hashtag confirmation.
Crucifixion. Crucifixion.
He was just cheat-coding to show dominance.
Yeah, it's crucifixion plus domination. So yeah, they the effect that when they zoom back out to the city, it almost looked like they pulled a Kuga Rising Mighty where they nuked the whole fucking city block.
It really did. It's like, oh wow.
But no, that was just the Z wave freeing everyone from their petrification.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yep.
The Orochi card really looks Digimon-esque. Like this looks like a Digimon boss they would fight.
Chubby.
You also said it looked like, what was his name?
Valoo from Wind Waker. Like it's the exact pose, honestly. The fat dragon gut out.
Yep. It's friend shaped. I don't know if I want that friend.
Yeah, some people, man.
It's cuddly.
We're shaped for love.
But yeah, so we don't yet know, we don't yet know who Gotchard Daybreak is, but the voice that came out of him was a new character. I think people in the chat identified as actor, so he is a separate new character. And I think the rumor going around is that he's from the future, so possibly Gotchard's son.
That's what I've been thinking. Like, it would make sense, I think, but we'll see.
Or it's a Gotchard driver from another region or something like that.
Yes, the Alola version.
Listen.
The Pokemon comparisons pile up.
They do. There's a lot of them. What if he's from another academy?
Maybe.
We won't know until it happens.
But I'm going with the sun, though.
I think what's going to happen here is we know Fire Gotchard is going to be a thing, so I'm going to guess that Daybreak will leave his Gotchard Igniter for Hotaru to use, and then he'll fuck off to wherever he came from. It's like, I came back to give you this so that the timeline wouldn't be destroyed.
Oh, no.
So it's literally Trunks as a Kamen Rider.
It's Hotaru's mom. That's what you're thinking.
Oh, yeah. Imagine that.
I don't know.
That'd be hilarious.
We were watching the episode and like he gives her the pin of the white flowers and like, this is to symbolize the fact that you'll be dead by the end of the season.
Character No, that's not.
No, I was saying
this is how I get my berserk form.
No, like that's what's gonna happen. His mom's gonna die, and he's gonna try to bring her back, and he's gonna see the other side, and it's gonna cost him his arm, and like
alchemy.
Yeah, exactly.
Just gonna become Full Metal Alchemist.
Like, look, if the mom makes it through an alchemy show, that will be amazing.
That's progress.
You know what? Slap a rider belt on Alphonse. There you go. He's the rider.
Seems to be the dad's in danger in this one.
Full Metal Alchemies.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if, like, when he put the pin on, she just henshined?
What's happening?
Pearl.
So then we cut back to the evil base, and we see Master Garon step into frame for the first time. And I laugh my ass off seeing him hold the golden Rubik's Cube. Because we've seen that he has the ability to turn shit gold, so I just imagine he comes out holding the Rubik's Cube. I solved it.
Of course you did.
Oh god, he's fucking Midas from Fortnite.
He's
or
Midas from
King Midas from mythology.
Probably that one.
Considering they got the Fates or the Gorgons in this Greek mythology shit.
Oh yeah, Gar, that movie, not good, but that puppet is something else. That's fucking kaiju movie they made in the 90s?
Yep, 94. Orochi, the 8-headed dragon.
Ooh.
So yeah, there's Orochi. I love Go! I
also love though that I love the costume on this guy. He's going for evil alchemist, and I like it.
Featuring big fucking stompy boots.
Oh, you need those big steppies. But like, I love that he has one giant monocle, but it's the eye that he has bangs over.
Yeah. He's going full Dr. Tomoe.
It's just like, guys, you're supposed to do it on the other side.
I'm stylish and I do not care about the practicality. Screw you.
Yeah, he's like that. You guys remember that meme from a while back, Professor Badass?
I think so.
Yeah, like that guy. I guarantee you've seen this, but
thank you, Multi.
I don't think I've seen that.
But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to him because he looks like he's going to be chewing up the scenery.
Yeah, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like we're going into chapter 2 of Gotchard, so that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, according to the news article we saw, they're going to have like a new version of the opening, and the show's like in a brand new chapter, quote unquote, and looks like we're getting a Moon Malgam. I don't know what the actual Kemi name is.
The Moongum?
The moon!
I'm sorry.
Be a moon colored.
That's the Power. That's the Masked Rider villain.
Oh.
Mr. Badass?
Yeah. It's actually a fashion designer.
Gotchard too, even Gotchardier.
No, I don't remember seeing that guy, but he's pretty styling. Was he Samuel L. Jackson? He kind of looks like.
Okay. So yeah, that's cool. Hopefully Gotchard will get more and more interesting.
I'm gonna buy a gold Rubik's Cube now. I came solved.
They have Rubik's Cubes that are all the same color, and I don't know what the point of them is.
It's a joke.
It's meant to be ironic, I think. Like, it's like just decoration.
Or insulting.
Yeah.
Here, I bought you this. Maybe you can solve it.
It's like Marge in the basement. Now I know I threw this down here.
That artwork's like, this is not a pipe.
So, guys, is it time to save the universe?
It was Racules all
This was the worst possible time that we could take a break from doing Castranger.
Why?
This was the hardest 2 weeks of my life.
Before we go, Midas, fuck you. I had that in the can before we even started recording.
Oh my god! This is the best Sentai ever!
Let me just start.
I say this as a person.
Sorry, hold on, let Lane go.
I picked the character to be my favorite from the start. Like,
yes,
so easily. I chose right.
Lane bet on the correct horse from day one.
Day fucking one. That's right. I was like, something special about this guy.
What were you saying, Paul?
I say this as a person who sings the praises of Maji Ranger like all the fucking time.
It's true.
I do.
He does.
I believe you.
This is the best Sentai ever made.
Yup.
Pretty good.
I really love it too. It feels like a cut above pretty much everything else I've seen, but I like other Sentai as well.
Is it my favorite? I've been rewatching Maji Ranger and it's up in the air.
You just was just combing through Maji Ranger episodes. Give me something to love you again.
No, not at all. I've been watching it, accepting it for its time, and enjoying it for its lore. I'm looking at these two very lore-heavy Sentai, and I'm still willing to say that this is the best Sentai ever made. Do I like it better? I don't know. I haven't finished it.
You can accept that something is the best of something, but not have it be your favorite.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. There are still things about it, one that I prefer about the other, and there are things that I prefer about the other that I prefer over the one. I'm watching both in tandem, and I want to...
Let me put it this way. Let me just say something real quick. Watching these two episodes had such a profound effect on me that I went out and bought this.
Oh, awesome!
Yep.
So I now have both Ultra Calibers.
Now you only have one because I'm taking it.
Ah!
Oh my god, Sir Jerry just went for it because I was going to say the closest I can think of is my opinion on Mom and Dad Save the World.
And Ichi.
I know it is objectively not a good movie, but I love it so much, like with my very soul.
And Ichi.
Uh-huh.
I'm glad that your response to my existential crisis was to say, I partook in capitalism.
Well, yeah, that's the Sentai spirit.
I bought this rare toy.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into it.
Let's talk about the
So, episode 41, everyone finally decides, alright, fuck it, it's time for all-out war. Everyone just henshins all at once and fires all of their fucking Hisatsus at Dagdead all at the same time.
To No effect.
Literally no effect. He laughs at them.
Quite frankly, he's feeling better.
I actually feel better. Ah! Oh my god! Tear interaction.
That's a good one.
That's good. And I
make that dag dead in the middle.
One thing that I noticed while they were doing that is there's this one shot where you see Himeno off to the side, and she's using the combined mode of the Ultra Caliber and the King's Weapon, but not in her usual sickle mode. She's got it in the Naginata mode, which is something Gira usually does, so that was a rare thing to see.
Do you think that was intentional? Maybe it was an act. That's just the prop they had. And
I don't know. It's not really narratively important anyway. I just wanted to mention it because it was different and interesting. But so they're like, well, what now? Do we use the Ryoga Isen? And they're like, no, it'll fuck us up even more. But Gira, being the immortal that he apparently is, goes, fuck it, and goes Ryoga Isen.
And it doesn't work.
Let me ask you a question. You don't necessarily believe in the same thing they said about Gira being created by...
Yeah, I was gonna talk about it a little later, but I have some theories.
So let's get to that when we get to that.
But let me just ask this question. If he's not, how is he immortal?
I'll get to that because I have a lot of theories to put together. I want to get through what we...
Sure.
We'll address it as each thing becomes relevant. What were we saying, Emily?
Just that it seems like Racules has confirmed that he is in fact some kind of immortal alien being.
All right, let's just talk about it since we're here. Gira being immortal is something that we've seen happen on screen. Not even just the fact that he tanked a fucking meteor in this episode, but after they all used their Ryoga Isens the first time, Gira recovered way quicker than everyone. So we've seen provable evidence that Gira is different than the others in some way.
He is more powerful.
I accept that.
Yeah,
I accept that.
What they've posited to us is that Gira is a creation of Dagdead, a clone of him, whatever circumstance you want to say was the circumstance behind his creation, and that's where I think things are not fully truth be told quite yet. And the reason I say that relates to another mystery that we have not fully explored yet, even after these two episodes, which is, and I've talked about this in the Discord this week, is the nature of Kuwagata's missing Shugad soul and the Rainbow Jururira.
Yeah, I was thinking that it could be, he ate it.
So, we know for a fact that Rainbow Jururira is mushed up Shugad soul turned into jello because we've seen the Bugnarok eat it. Mm-hmm. We know that Gira has had Rainbow Jururira. We've seen him eat it as a kid. There was a flashback early in the show where he ate Rainbow Jururira. So what I posit is the situation is Gira is immortal because as a child, they mashed up Kuwagata's Shugad soul and fed it to him.
Which is an Attack on Titan thing. So
is he like a reverse Hercules?
Because Gira as a human is different from the Bugnarok, we've seen that the Bugnarok became the way they are through generations of eating normal Shugad souls that they harvested from the semi-Shugads. But also, when the Shugad souls are processed into the Jello form, the Jururira, eating that is what turns Bugnarok giant. But I posit that because Gira is human and not Bugnarok, the different physiology produces a slightly different effect. Awesome. Whereas Bugnarok grow giant, one way to gain great amounts of power, Gira, as a result of eating the Jururira, develops this power of immortality that we've seen actually happen.
But here's the thing. That's not mutually exclusive from what they've said. The idea that Gira is like a demi-space bug. Because that's what they're saying, right? He was created by Dagdead to be a vessel for greater power.
Hold on, sorry. Did they say that he created him or he gave him the power of immortality?
What they said was that Gira was a creation of Dagdead, and being a creation of him, he bestowed upon him immortality as a result of his creation.
Yes.
So they're basically saying he's not human, he's Dagdead's son.
Okay. But here's the thing. You were talking about why, like, Racules would just dump him in an orphanage. That's the answer. Because he's Dagdead's perfect...
I see what you're going towards. You're positing that Racules dumped Gira and erased all records of his memory because he hated him for what he was.
And I'm positing the fact that Dagdead commissioned that at some point, but then promptly forgot about it because something else distracted him.
Not impossible, but I actually have
not impossible, but also don't discount it.
Sure, it's still on the table, but what I think is because I still think Gira is actually human. I still think he's his human brother who then received the ability of immortality through the Jururira, and I think being fed Jururira and carting Gira off to live as a street rat and erasing him from the records was part of Racules' plan. And I think this was a way to hide him from Dagdead.
I think that Racules and Gira were both born as humans.
Yeah.
As twins.
No.
Not twins. One's older than the other.
Not twins. One's older than the other, sure. But one of them, Gira, got something from Dagdead, like right when he was born.
So they Sleeping Beauty'd him.
Sure, and Racules saw his baby brother being corrupted by the thing that he wanted to kill more than anything else.
So he resented Gira because of the affiliation with Dagdead.
No, not resented. Wanted to protect. Understood the powers that gave him, but took him well out of the equation.
Yeah.
Like, took him as far away as he could, throw him out of there, and now he's in the adoption system. Can you really see that Dagdead would know what that kid looked like? Or anything like that? And Dagdead would have been, knowing the way that his character is, he'd be distracted by something else. He'd know about the idea of it, but he wouldn't know the details. He never knows the details.
Regardless of the reason why Racules removed Gira from the royal family, the point of doing so was to remove Gira from Dagdead's eye, because Dagdead said he would always be watching Racules because he's here to watch the kings do what they're doing with each other.
Yes.
Whereas he wouldn't care about some random street rat growing up in an orphanage.
Yes.
But that much, regardless of the reason behind it, we can agree on.
Sure. And the reason behind it, in my head, is that Gira, as much as he is imperfect in the face of Dagdead in being a human/meat thing, is something that he could transfer his consciousness into in case of the thing that...
You're saying...
Is this a roundabout way to get to he's possessing Gira?
You're suggesting he has Gira as a backup body?
Yeah.
That's an interesting theory, but I think if that was the case, we would have seen that happen at the end of 42.
Not necessarily immediately, but I think it might happen.
Well, I think, again, you're completely forgetting what happened at the end of the episode.
I think Racules just... No,
Not with Gira.
Racules just said that to... fucking just protect Gira or something. We'll probably I think theories are very, very sound. So anyways, we have a lot
we got a lot to go over. So anyway, fucking
it's a theory.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, Mom freaked out because my weight fell, and anytime she hears even the slightest noise up here, she thinks I'm dead.
So Dagdead revives Daigorg, and he grows giant again. Oh no!
What do we do?
And we get reuse footage too. It's great.
I love how they were like, "Oh no, we can't defeat him without God King-Ohger," and I'm like, "Did you forget it wasn't God King-Ohger that defeated Daigorg? It was just the fucking castle." And then they remember because they reuse the exact same battle footage.
There you go. There's your stock sequence.
Oh man, but yeah, Kaguragi reveals to them just like it's almost hilarious how casually Kaguragi reveals. Yeah, Suzume's been working on this with the whole time. Can I take the lance? Thanks, bye.
What?
Also, this is really fucking stupid on my part. It took me 41 episodes to realize the point of Kaguragi's name. The Japanese word for to betray is uragiru. His name is Kaguragi, Uragi. The word betray is literally in his fucking name.
Amazing.
They're literally called Decepticons.
But then why is his last name Dabowski?
I don't know.
No. Dabowski is a type of hornet.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
They're all named after bugs.
So then we cut to Racules being choked in the trick room dimension by a hand covered in saran wrap.
Yeah, that was a weird way how they achieved that effect for anything they wanted physically. Because they did it to the table and the chair as well.
Yeah, it was just to make them look like they're sitting on things made of space.
Yeah, we can't. I mean, that set's so good on its own. Saran wrap hand is fine.
Yeah, and I also don't know if I've mentioned it beforehand, but I finally realized that the weird like space dimension they're in is literally just Trick Room from Pokemon.
It is. Okay, I got one for you. Oh, sorry, hold on, Lynn. What would you rather have? The Dagdad's Saran wrap hand or Jeremy's bug hand?
Tough choice.
Sorry, Lane, go ahead.
So I love when I was over last week, I was watching these episodes with Ichi, and we were just like, Racules is just like going over his like plan to Dagdad, and he's just like, okay, here's model number 1, and if we go walk over here to model 2.
I just love it. Behold, visual metaphors.
Behold, visual metaphor 2.
They will be pleasing to the eye of your childish mind.
The best part is too is that Dagdad's like so into it. He's like, oh
yeah,
puts the ball down the hole. Yeah.
I was hoping he'd go, how'd you get these in here?
Which is a really good question.
How does he get there? Yeah.
I just imagine, like, remember the previous episode? He had all those dominoes. Yeah. I just imagine him like lugging in and setting up each one.
Lane, you know what it kind of.
I'm just thinking of the Kronk thing. By all accounts, it doesn't make sense.
Lane, you know what it made me think of though? How like you know how Rich Evans is just always making stuff like that for Red Letter Media. So that's how you just like pan over, you just see Rich Evans with like hammering it into nail.
And then when he gets to the one with
Rich Evans, who actually says, by all accounts, it doesn't make sense.
And then we get the last visual metaphor, which is the fucking people represented by a marble game, which then pour into the actual fucking Caucasus Castle toy.
Yeah.
And then you watch him transform it on screen into the spaceship mode, and then just fly around going.
This is the weirdest toy I ever saw.
I was just thinking of Smee from Hook just taking the ship. Just my favorite. I love that.
So, the plan that Racules and Kaguragi conspire on to make sure that the other kings stay the fuck away from the plot that they're hatching is to put whoopee cushions with bombs on their throne.
As is tradition.
And all of the other kings are fucking clowns for not seeing them before sitting on them. They fell into this. It's their fault. They deserve everything bad.
I gotta say, they did this scene a little better in Lethal Weapon 2.
But Kaguragi I love that the whole time he's like, oh no, I'm not actually sitting.
Oh, yours are all real, by the way.
Those are all real bombs under your asses.
You fucking bastard.
It was hilarious too how like okay, so Yanma's obviously the first to notice, and he's the one who I would defer to this on in terms of okay, which wires do I cut? He's got his little tool, but
also just real quick, how the fuck I want to know how the fuck Yanma was able to get that like piece of the bomb out from under his ass without setting it off.
Well, you see, he had to know there was a bomb underneath him, and they needed. That's why.
Like Jared has like a whole mattress, and he straight up does get up from it, but then they say go sit back down, but he was already up.
Yeah. So that makes me wonder if maybe they really weren't bombs.
Maybe not.
I don't think they were.
But like I was saying, it was funny though how Yanma. I 100% believe Yanma has a toolkit on him at all times. That tracks.
That makes sense.
Why does everyone else have one?
Why does everyone else suddenly have wire snippers on hand?
And before you say, oh, the retainers, the retainers are under Hirobu's control, right?
Or at least Shiokara is, because he comes in and starts trying to tickle
also
him.
Rita's aid with Mofun.
Oh yeah, Morphonia is lowering the giant plush into the fucking boiling water.
Kaguragi's in on it, so it doesn't matter.
I will boil Mofun. Dunks it up.
Jeremy's was my favorite because he was just on a bed.
Yeah.
Just lying down.
Yeah, I love that. Like everyone else's was on their throne, and Jeremy's throne is literally just off to the left in the shot. But no, whoever put Kaguragi or whoever didn't even feel like putting one in his actual throne. He just slapped a giant pillow in front on the floor.
And He's just like, oh, how thoughtful, and just lies on it.
That's what I'm saying. They fell for it, and none of them even noticed. None of them even had the gall to take a look and see that it had Kaguragi's fucking country emblem on it.
Which, by the way, boss move.
This just appeared in your room. Would you be like, oh, I'm gonna lie on this?
This shouldn't be in here. I'm gonna sit on it.
Yeah.
The
King-Ohgers are fucking morons sometimes, and I love them.
So they're bringing it up in the chats because Jeremy's throne isn't real.
But we see him sit in it in the opening.
Well, he's sitting on a box in the green screen.
They could have put a green screen box.
You know what? They could have, but that would have been more effort, I think.
I think it's funnier because Jeremy's always like lying down and sleeping. Like he always says, he likes napping.
It would have been. You know what would have been funnier if there was just a hammock there.
That would have been.
And there was a bomb in the hammock.
Yeah, like somehow.
But yeah. Then we get Yanma cutting the wires one by one. And the fucking funniest shit.
Oh yeah.
I have no idea if this was meant to be intentional, but the fact that the first wire they cut is pink, aka the color that doesn't exist on the team.
That felt intentional.
Just cut the pink wire. We don't need a pink ranger.
I thought you were talking about that. Like, what's her face told the aide to like fucking just keep tickling him.
Yeah, that's we mentioned. And then as Yanma's down to the final two wires between red and blue. He's like, oh, it's got to be the blue wire last, right? So he goes to go for it, and that's when Shiokara comes back in and tickles him in a way that he cuts the wrong wire, and then he's like, fuck!
But it was the right wire.
And he just thumbs his nose like, totally on purpose.
Which wire do I cut? The blue wire. They're all blue.
The lighter blue.
But Yanma...
Batman from the Lego movie, first try.
Yanma should have known the whole time. The blue wire represents himself, and you can't cut blue. The blue one is the one that must persist.
Roundabout way of saying it.
You know what I'm saying?
The glue that's holding the team together.
That's true.
Because with that, they would have blown themselves all away.
See, that's a real pun, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's solved. But meanwhile, the actual plot of the episode is happening as Gira and Racules go in for their duel.
Ooh, again?
Their duel.
Yeah.
Again. Is this literally their third duel?
Third, I think.
Yeah.
At least.
Rule of 3.
Yeah, and then Kaguragi shows up with the lance and tosses it to Racules, and we get to see King-Ohger Kuwagata Ohgers again.
Very nice.
Yep.
And you're like, oh, is Kaguragi with Racules? Because at this point, you have to know Racules is still evil, right?
I was kind of two minds watching this, because, like, I had a feeling from episode 40 that, like, Racules has to be playing the long game, right? Some of what he said is absolutely not true. So, he has to be playing the longest con of all time.
I would like to know, like, and we'll get to it actually in a bit, but go with what you were saying.
So, in an earlier scene, Racules says, and I don't know where this precedent came from, but he says, oh, so everyone who gets added to the 5 jesters that work under you gets a special power to mark their office as one of your jesters. I don't know where that was stated, but impressive if it's true. So Racules asks, so now that I'm one of your jesters, I want a special power, and I want it to be the power to kill Gira. I think it's a masterful choice that he said the power to kill Gira instead of the power to kill immortals, because I feel like if he had asked for the power to kill immortals, Dagdead might have caught on to his plan.
Yeah, because that's a little too broad, right? Like,
yeah.
Oh, kill immortals.
Oh, like me? But because they've been talking so much about how Gira is immortal, and then he asked for the power to kill Gira, anyone would come to the same conclusion. Oh, you want the power to kill immortals. So, as Racules brings Gira down to the ground, Dagdead shows up and powers up the Ohger Caliber 0 with, apparently, the power to kill immortals.
The secret sauce, if you will.
Sure.
Yeah. And then, as Racules leans over Gira, near the end of the episode, he raises the sword. We cut to a close-up shot of Racules' eyes, and we see his head turn. I cannot articulate the amount of feelings running through my head watching this man's head turn as he turned away from Gira and towards Dagdead.
It was pretty badass.
And with a glorious slash of the Ohger Caliber Zero, the plan that has been 17 years in the making is finally underway. The longest con in this country's history. And thus, Racules tells Gira, stand! It's time to save the universe!
And then it shows that was the episode title all along.
And the music swell was...
Sentai.
The fucking music swell was so good! Sorry, what was awesome. That?
The longest con in Sentai.
I have no idea. If Gar's the one who's watched every Sentai, he might be able to comment better on that.
What's cool is when I was over. Oh, go ahead, Gar. Go ahead.
Just to quickly answer, no, there have been longer.
I figured.
What?
For like hundreds of years, because villains back in the 80s used to live for hundreds of years.
Yeah. But so when I was at Ichi's last week, like Kevin was over as well, and so me and Ichi were like, oh, okay, let's show him the first episode of King-Ohger. And I was like, you know what, yeah, I'd like to rewatch the first episode again. It'll be cool. And like Ichi, Gira walks into the palace or whatever like that to see Racules, and Ichi goes, Lane, look at Racules for a second when like Gira enters the room, and I go, okay. So I look at him. Apparently Racules cracks a smile because he just notices it's Gira, and I just sat there and I was like, oh my fucking god.
They've been playing this since the start.
Over the course
what's cool is apparently Gira being there was not part of his plan, but he just decided to kind of twist his plan with Gira in mind.
Well, we find out in the next episode.
We'll talk about how his plans change over the course of the discussion, but I just want to open our discussion about episode 42 by saying I am so fucking sorry for everything I've said about Racules up until now. Yeah. As this episode showed us, literally everything I ever accused Racules of being stupid for doing was meticulously calculated.
Yep.
Telling Gira his evil plan in episode 1. The fucking poison play in the first duel.
Him throwing his swords.
Him revealing his evil plan on camera to the people of Shugadam. Everything he ever did was on plan. This guy is a fucking mastermind.
I believe the term is Giga Chad.
Who kept getting in the way and accidentally ruining his plan.
That's our thumbnail. That shot of Racules is the fucking thumbnail.
Yeah.
Yes.
My boy.
I love that while Kaguragi is telling the other King-Ohgers all of this plot story, which by the way is the most cleverly disguised clip show of any television show I've ever fucking seen.
Like that, coming to that realization, this is a clip show.
Hey,
but go on.
As Kaguragi,
see what Sir Jerry said. How that has to be the title.
All according to
Keikakules.
I love that.
I'm writing that down. But while Kaguragi is telling this story, Gira and Racules are fighting Dagdead, and fucking Racules says to him, no time to explain, we have to fight. So Gira has no fucking clue about all of this plot that we're watching and Kaguragi's telling the others. So I can't wait to see how they fucking give him the download in the next episode.
It's all been a soliloquy in terms of us, but the other King-Ohgers have all the...
Yeah.
That's important to note, that the other King-Ohgers have all this information as is being told.
Yeah. But Gira still has no fucking clue why Racules is suddenly helping him.
Yeah. And he's gonna find out in the next
episode. Yeah.
He's just being legit. The good guy and being K, let's go.
I honestly think I believe that Toei is bugging our podcast. Like they listen.
Get it, 'cause bugs.
Like honestly, I'm very happy for Ichi. Like I said, like this whole year, I've just like I said from the very beginning, we were like watching the show was about to come out. I'm like, I cannot wait to I'm excited to watch the show, but I'm more excited to watch Ichi watch the show, and it's just been such a delight. And I just want to say after what you had to go through with Dawn Brothers, like this was exactly what Toei was like. You know what? Here you go, man. Here's just this great, well-made Sentai that's just caters to everything you love and more. So
I really don't want to be that guy to toot my own horn about it, but this has so much of that energy where it feels like it's a personal apology.
I think it is. I believe it. I headcanon that shit.
Sorry.
This has truly been my year.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. We'll see how that turns out.
I think it's gonna be fun as shit.
Anyways. Okay, so let's get into this.
What a genius,
fucking
man.
plot bomb.
I love this guy. So cool.
And by the way, the very, very cool Kuwagata brothers double henshin.
It was pretty awesome.
Oh, I saw that happen. I'm like, yes.
I don't even care that their songs aren't really synced up.
I kind of like that, actually.
Because I know now that I have both toys, because I like activate it at the same time, and I'm like, the songs don't exactly line up, but it does line up perfectly that it goes at the very end, you hear Kuwagata Ohgers, and then immediately, oh, Kuwagata Ohgers.
Maybe that was intentional.
I guess.
Also, this is just like the autism in me, but like when they were having like their fight, just the sound of like their swords clashing and shit.
So good.
That
was
so good.
So,
anyways, go.
As the flashback starts, we see Dagdead. I guess this was just after introducing himself and revealing the truth of the universe, taunting child Racules 17 years ago, including a very upsetting shot of him riding the child.
I was just like, please get off that child, please.
And then he follows that up.
Ride the child.
And then he follows that up with a terribly awkward Michael Jackson impersonation.
Oh.
Your dad is dead! Oh!
He went for it, too. Like, he did the full crotch pop and everything.
Yeah.
The moonwalking motherfucker.
Which has terrifying implications of, does Michael Jackson exist in this world?
Ichi, Michael Jackson exists in all realms. Michael Jackson was the most famous human being.
Michael Jackson is canonically an alien robot.
Yeah, that's true. We find out
Michael Jackson is the singularity.
Yeah.
He is the nexus of worlds.
Yeah, so as we see in this... Sorry, go ahead.
Wouldn't be the first time the moonwalk was referenced in Sentai.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Yeah. They also did in Gow Ranger, too.
My theory is this. The not Ryu Soldier. What's the Kyoryuger? In terms of the Earth that they're portraying over there, like in terms of the Kyoryuger part of the King-Ohger story, Dagdead is just Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Dagdead just is Michael Jackson in Kyoryuger Earth?
On that Earth, yes. He just is Michael Jackson.
Reports of my death were highly exaggerated.
When he was
exactly.
Us, he was disguised
like
as
on
Michael
that
Jackson.
planet. He's just Michael Jackson is just how he walks around.
Oh no!
What'd you say, Lane? Sorry.
No, I was just saying. So the whole time, like Michael Jackson existed, that was just Dagdead in disguise as Michael Jackson. Yep. So it became a pop star and everything.
That's upsetting.
Wow.
Well, we know he knows the entertainment industry exists because of the idol bullshit.
So when Michael,
it's upsetting,
Jackson,
but it's also probably true.
So when Michael Jackson passed away, that was just Dagdead going, bored now,
going to a different world.
Yeah, exactly.
I could buy it.
Not doing.
He had a monkey. He had elephants. He had an entire fucking theme park as a house.
Oh no! This makes
Macaulay Culkin.
This makes an upsetting amount of sense.
He had Macaulay Culkin.
He went from Macaulay Culkin to Racules.
Macaulay Culkin's in on it.
Macaulay Culkin was Gira of that world, or like the Racules that he conspired with.
Or he's just in on it.
Macaulay.
Oh.
McCulkin.
Oh. Okay, we need to move on. Yeah, so it seems that according to this flashback, ever since Racules met Dagdead, he had been planning to kill him from the get-go, which means the entire show, Racules had been playing the long con, as I suspected. Even when he did things that were morally gray and unjustifiable, it was all in the service of finding a way to kill Dagdead. All of the grabs for power, even as far back as episode 1, when he tried to rule over all of the other nations, they were all just means for him to get the power to kill Dagdead.
Let's face it, when you're looking at like mythology and all that other good stuff, when you're trying to kill a god, there's a lot of stuff that you have to be willing to do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like that's the whole point, is like he was willing to bring his name.
No.
Yes.
No.
He was.
Thanks, I hate it.
He was willing to bring himself like down into the muck so that like, you know, others wouldn't have to. Like, I think he's completely all right with this ending, with history saying and Racules was an awful man as long as it got Dagdead out of there.
Which is great. And this is Emily, you want to mute if you're talking to her?
Oh, sorry.
So this is cutting ahead a little bit, but I think what was amazing about the revelation that Racules had been playing the long game is Gira, the entire show, had been playing his whole Jakuno stick, where he was like, I'll be the evil that smashes your incorrect sense of justice. When, in one shot late in the episode, when Gira's down and Racules walks up next to him, he declares that he himself also was Jakuno. And I'm like, oh my god, Racules was the true Jakuno all along! The parallels are mind-blowing!
That brings to light a certain idea. Like, Gira's mentality is very cartoonish. Like, very naive, very, everybody's gonna be okay, sort of thing. I'm just gonna use this as, like, the Dark King mentality as my ability to, like, rally myself up and rally everyone else around me. Because that tends to be how those scenes go. He's the one who's actually doing it. Racules is the one who's actually going through, no, I'm gonna sneak around and do the other stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that's a cool parallel.
I love it. And like we get the full truth behind why King-Ohger Zero was a thing. It was like very briefly discussed in the Racules specials, but now he explicitly states that King-Ohger Zero was created specifically to counter Dagdead, because as we saw from a previous episode, Dagdead created the Shoe Gods and has the ability to control them. So the idea behind King-Ohger Zero was a man-made version of King-Ohger that Dagdead had no power over.
Yeah.
So Racules, in his attempt to garner power for himself to fight Dagdead, developed King-Ohger Zero, but then Gira fucking blew it up.
Yeah.
I just had a thought for like a scene later on in the series, if I may. We've seen all of the secondary, like second in commands being just as intelligent, if not more intelligent, sometimes than their kings. After hearing about that, after hearing about King-Ohger Zero being outside of Dagdead's control, what if they restore it later?
Sorry, one more time. If they restore what?
First of all, Kuwagata Zero.
Oh, you're saying what if they bring back King-Ohger Zero?
Exactly, yes.
I would kind of love to see that, especially because I want to see God King-Ohger Zero.
That'd be cool, yeah. Like, they just rebuild it.
We've seen it in them advertising the toys, what God King-Ohger Zero would look like.
I think it'll come from the second in commands.
Maybe.
That'd be funny.
Wouldn't just be funny, it would be narratively appropriate.
I mean, they've already piloted a Megazord with them, so...
Yeah, when God King-Ohger debuted, they were all piloting each of the Shoe Gods.
Yes, but I'd like to see a moment where all of the second in commands, like,
properly pilot King-Ohger Zero.
Not even properly pilot King-Ohger Zero. Like, they all band together to get resources from all the different countries, and they restore King-Ohger Zero, like with the base Kuwagata Zero. But they restore the components to recreate Kuwagata Zero, and then it creates the Ultrazord.
Yeah, I would like to see that, actually.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Just like a way to respect what Racules was doing to rebuild his creation.
Oh yeah, we need to bring all the Megazords in at the end.
That they did the whole Racules special and managed to not spoil this.
And I think that it would be special coming from the second in commands, like all of everyone else, because they've made a narrative point of showing that it's kings supporting their kingdoms, sort of thing.
Yeah.
I think that would be a great way for the kingdoms to have a moment where they've done a really, really big thing to give back to their monarchs.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. I don't know if they'll do it, but it would be really cool if they did.
I'm sure, like, if they do repair that one, like
John Tully, I know you're bugging this house.
Change the episode before next week, please.
Yeah, like Orbis saying, they could bring back Tarantula Abyss and then God and King-Ohger Zero and combine it with the castle, and they've got God King-Ohger Zero.
I'm down for all the Megazords at the end of a season coming back, so I'm in for this.
Okay, so as we see, initially, Racules' plan was to amass all this power himself for him to fight Dagdead. But over the course of the show, as Gira kept foiling him, Racules apparently changed his plan to being the foil himself in order to motivate Gira, power up Gira, and eventually bequeath upon him the means to slay Dagdead.
And I believe I said precisely that a while back, that, he's doing this to build Gira up.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, like, I like that because it shows how he can, like, he can think on his toes. He can change the direction. Because it was like...
it was Racules all along.
Like, the idea is, like, he can't tell anyone this.
This is at the very beginning of the episode.
And I'll say this in support of what you're saying, Sel. It takes a very special kind of main character to admit that they're not the protagonist.
Yeah.
This is the hero we need. Not the one we deserve.
He is the hero we need, not the one we deserve. Yeah.
Wow. So, yeah, we find out that when Gira defeated Racules in their second duel, and Racules fell off the cliff, he did indeed survive. Although, I will say, I watched the Adventure Heaven movie, and they explicitly say in that Racules survived. So if we were living in Japan and having watched the movie when it came out,
this podcast wouldn't exist.
We would have known that already. But now we have another source of confirmation. We see Racules at the bottom of the ravine, and Suzume comes to him, and we get a very touching scene. Apparently, it seems like Racules did actually love Suzume.
we all knew this was coming.
Yeah, the whole time I was wondering exactly if they really did have feelings for each other.
I just couldn't help the fact that he was wearing a wig the whole time.
Yeah, that was funny. You could tell.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, this was after his haircut, so...
So, apparently part of their plan was to put Racules into a near-death coma using a poison that looks very similar to God Scorpion's poison.
And my response to this was, who came up with this plan? Friar Lawrence?
This does feel very Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet reference?
Yes.
I was going to say, like, and Suzume is apparently as thirsty as I am because she was straight up, what if I gave it to you mouth to mouth? Like,
then you'd also be in a coma.
It doesn't care. I just want to kiss you.
Yeah.
You handsome man.
And then they allude to the poison from the first duel that Kaguragi gave to Racules. And apparently, I know that part of the other King-Ohger's plan was to swap it with a fake poison that would have put Gira into a temporary coma, which is the same poison, so we know there's precedent for this. But apparently, that poison not being the poison meant for Gira was part of the plan from Racules' end the whole time as well. So at no point did anyone ever mean to actually kill Gira.
Yes.
Even though episode 1 literally ends with Racules claiming, arrest and execute him immediately.
This is all part of the plan, baby.
He was relying on Gira being competent enough to defend himself.
Which held true.
Yeah.
So Racules gets put into this near-death coma. So I think it's probably safe to say that, Lane, I'm sorry to tell you, Racules was in fact in that coffin.
I really hope now he was in the coffin physically.
No, that's fine. They explained all that, and I was just like, cool, makes sense.
Yep.
Again,
I just wasn't believing he was dead.
You produce a corpse, and we'll talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we cut back to the fight between the Kuwagata Bros.
Good fight, also.
Amazing fight.
Really cool fight.
Although it kind of took the drama out of it when he started floating with wings made of his own hands.
That was pretty great. That was dang dead, though. We have to admit. Like, he is like my taboo wing.
Even while under actual mortal danger for the first time in his God knows how long existence, he's still gonna fuck around.
Yeah, which makes sense, too, because he is still cocky. He's still super powerful. It's as he put it, like, now I can feel pain, so what?
Yeah. And then I just love the absolute immediacy of how quickly he spawned a giant fucking meteor.
He's god powers.
It's like you just cut back to the episode where he debuted. It's like, oh yeah, this guy can cause a fucking cataclysm on a whim.
But then what happens?
He throws the meteor, and Gira runs in and absolutely tanks it, because in this fight, Gira the Immortal is the tank, and Racules with the power to slay immortals is the DPS.
Ultimate MMORPG duo.
It's almost like you gotta work together.
Yep.
How's that cereal, Emily?
Emily, I'm sorry. We can just hear you eating. So.
Yeah, we're hearing some.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you could hear my crunch.
Was I right? Was it cereal?
That's a tasty plot.
No.
What manner of cereal was it? Tell me.
Guess I guess.
King-Ohs. The fact that they did not put out a cereal named King-Ohs.
We don't know that.
Huge missed opportunity.
We don't know that, Ichi.
I feel like I would have seen a video of it by now.
It sounded like a really good crunchy bite of honey bunches of King Oats.
Oops, all spiders.
That's the Jerry version.
Oops, all shoe gods.
Oh, oops! It's the Rainbow Judorina.
Yeah.
Oops, all shoe gods.
There you go.
That's the worst and best name for Rainbow Judorina that I've ever heard. Oops, all shoe gods. We're calling it that from now on. You fuck.
That's so good. So then Doghead busts out another attack we've never seen him use before, where he summons a bunch of space paper airplanes that look like Zigbar's guns from Kingdom Hearts.
They're Gundam funnels.
That
Thank
too.
you.
I love when he takes one of them, one of his paper airplanes.
Yeah.
Again, I like that Dagdead is still playing this children's games aspect to it.
Yeah.
You know?
Who the fuck are you people?
You're nothing. Fuck you. So yeah, it sounds like Racules had some fucking bones broken as he gets down by those things.
The shine in the middle of his chest implies that he got blown.
That's the weak point. Hit it for massive damage.
Because
in the heart, yeah.
Sure. I mean, it's at that point where he demorphs, right?
Yeah, he goes down and he tosses the Ohger Caliber Zero up, and while you're watching it, the initial reaction I think they were going for is, oh, it's one last desperate slash with the sword that kills immortals.
But my question is this: when he got hit by that, was that a through and through? When he got hit by it, it shone really, really brightly in the middle of his chest. Was that implying that he got passed all the way through?
Oh,
and that's why that.
I feel like if that was the case, we would have seen an actual gaping hole in his outfit.
Well, I mean, it could just be energy. Sometimes energy and that sort of thing
is shone through his outfit. That was my question.
Maybe
is that why
I wasn't paying close enough attention to that part?
Is that why so and so said over and so were growing so and so artificially?
Well, I mean...
Oh, yeah. Yanma mentioned that they had some artificial organs they were going to put into him, so he's totally coming back as Cyber Racules.
Yeah, later on, but my question was, did he get,
is the implication that they damaged his organs?
Yeah.
Internally, yeah.
Probably.
I mean, you can punch someone hard enough that you break their organs and not the skin.
Yeah.
I know, but it was over his heart and he got shot through it.
You can tell the satisfaction, like Yama, like says that to Heracles. He's just like, yeah, we have like experimental organs we can put on him. We haven't tried them yet, though.
You'll be a good guinea pig.
You bastard.
But yeah, so Racules goes down, tosses the Ohger Caliber Zero, and I assume what they were going for is the first way you were meant to interpret that scene is, oh, it's one last desperate attack. But then you see Gira parry it effortlessly up into the sky. And then, out of nowhere, Gira bearing the wings of the Kuwagata, an ability we've only seen him use once, maybe twice the entire show, wielding the Ohger Caliber Zero, the immortal with the sword that slays immortals, descends upon Dagdead and begins his final attacks. And it's fucking glorious!
It was really cool.
This was what Racules had been working towards for 17 years. This fight right here.
I love how they like edited it together too, where like he's like holding the sword up against like Dagdead's like energy waves or whatever, and like I love how like the camera like splits like the armor from Gira, and then as he gets closer, it starts going back into himself.
And that speech that he gives while he is separated from Kuwagata Ohger, he finally accepts not only Racules as his brother. He finally accepts his own last name, and for the first time in the show, refers to himself as Gira Hasty.
It was nice.
It was so good.
I like to think, like I'm sure it was just an editing choice. I like to think that it was such a powerful force what was going on there. Dagdead shooting at the immortal with the immortal sword or whatever, immortal killing sword, that it was literally like fracturing reality. So he was actually two people.
Oh, you think that wasn't just for the camera?
Yeah, I mean, that's probably what it was, but...
That would be really interesting if that was the case.
Like, it's just like, this is just such a powerful, like, reality breaker, you know?
Yeah, I like that idea.
And when I think of Dagdead, when he's being hit by all of the attacks, he's like, oh God, oh dear, oh God, it hurts. Seriously, you're hurting me. Oh God,
my favorite was just as he's dying before he explodes, just hearing like the laughter,
the distorted
coming from
laughter.
Oh my God, that was the coolest fucking thing. I love how they fucked with the sound. Oh, so we're not talking about
robotic dude.
That sounds almost like Undertale bossy.
It does. Did we talk about how Racules was holding him with the sword?
Oh yeah, so while Gira was clashing with him with the Caliber Zero, Racules comes literally up behind him and stabs Dagdead in the ass with the Crown Lance. You're going nowhere!
1,000 years of pain jutsu!
1,000 years of pain, bitch!
It's this great moment where he's holding him, and for a second I was like, are they gonna do the like Piccolo like cuckoo?
Oh, where Racules goes down with him?
Yeah, we're gonna do it now, but they didn't do that.
That's kind of surprising, actually.
Well, no, because they wanted to have Gira save his brother.
Yeah,
which builds. Well, it doesn't build, and I know you guys disagree with me or are.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're wrong about this one.
That Gira is Dagdead's body.
That he's possessing Gira right now?
That he will be later on.
Well, that's not what you said.
That's what I was.
Well, that is one of the things he said, but what it was also being disagreed on was the idea is that Gira was created by Dagdead.
Yes.
Well, we know that though.
Yes.
Well, we don't know, but
he was. Listen, we don't know, but it was stated in a recap of the episode where it's like, it was stated that, and I sit here going, they're putting a lot of emphasis on this.
But again, these are stories being told by the characters in the show who are under that belief.
Sure, but it was stated by the non-diegetic announcer for the next episode.
Except remember that the narrator is Jeremy.
Who was full of shit.
Only sometimes.
You really will map pad anything.
I'm not saying it's impossible. I just think one is more likely than the other. But we'll see what happens. It could be. You could be right. We won't know until it happens.
But like in terms of like, is he possessing him right now? No, because
no, he's not possessing him right now. I'm not making that point.
Paul's saying that the plan was for Gira to develop to a point where Dagdead could slip into him as a spare body.
Possibly later on, sure.
Yeah.
But yes, that's all I'm saying.
But
that's not what you were saying before.
What we're saying is, okay, so we haven't talked about it yet. They finish off Dagdead, quote unquote finish off. And I love the choice where Gira turns away from him to shield Racules, so none of them see what's happening, but we can clearly see Dagdead as his body explodes. The explosion gets undone, and he reincarnates into some sort of larval form. And I took a close look at that image of him as he's about to leave. He looks more like a water bear in that form.
Well, I think it's like we've been saying. Dagdead is the thing in the head. The rest is a robot.
Yeah,
sure.
So that was him reincarnating into his like primal base form, and then he teleports away so he can like redevelop. So the thing that I think discounts your theory of Gira being his replacement body is, if he was going to do that, why wouldn't he have done that immediately while Gira wasn't looking at him?
The answer is, you saw the energy shooting out of him at all points at his body. It was going most notably upwards. But
maybe it would have made it
we also saw that shot of Gira, like, you know, jumping forward and being hit by the energy from the explosion. My point is, during that shot where he was jumping and getting hit by the explosion energy, that was when it went into his body.
But you just said he wasn't possessed at this point.
But we didn't see anything go into him.
No, he wasn't possessed.
Before the shot of him going away from the explosion.
When Dagdead exploded, the explosion went outward.
Yeah.
And we got that shot of him jumping forward to get out of the frame. And he got hit by the energy.
But before that shot of him going away from the explosion, we see Dagdead's reincarnated larval form go up.
In the middle of it, yes, but we see the energy go up and also outwards.
No,
that was the excess of the explosion. There wasn't a clear energy source that touched Gira. That was just the runoff from the explosion.
We saw him jumping out of the way and getting hit by the light as it goes forward. Like, I thought...
I understand why you would think that, but I don't think that's what's happening.
I think, Paul, I love your theory crafting, man, but I think you're just overanalyzing it a bit too much.
Fine.
I'm so sorry. I'm like, he's gonna come back in like a new form or something.
Regardless of the situation,
but he's not dead.
It's clear Dagdead is not dead.
I think eventually it'll be Gira.
Maybe that isn't a future plot point, and he just thinks this isn't the right time to do it. Maybe he'll surprise him later.
You're gonna like have that one ready to go of Homer after the lard lad takes his dough and just keeps destroying the town. Would you ever get tired of being wrong?
Ow. A little harsh.
I despise Matt Pat.
Multi, that just looks like him as a Fortnite skin.
That's from
I hate how much that works.
That's from the concept images, and if you look at the full image of that, we get confirmation that I was right, that like the black thing and the white face mask thing, those are like the head, or I wasn't really sure beforehand. I thought that maybe like the little cyan laser thing on the top, that was like his eye visor, you know what I mean?
Mm.
But no, the things that look like gaps where his eyes would be is where his quote unquote head is, at least for the robot body part of him.
My question is just, why is he so styling?
Because he's the king of the universe.
This looks like if he was a Fortnite skin, and it works way too well.
I mean, that's not impossible. King-Ohger is in goddamn Fortnite instead of having a proper video game. I'm in the wrong fucking timeline.
No, that's what a lot of people are hoping Power Rangers comes to Fortnite at some point.
I'm surprised it hasn't, honestly. That seems right up its alley.
Me too.
The other thing is, like, right after that happens, like, he has the whole acceptance of everything, and then Racules, you know, despite him being shielded and everything, you know, he took it hard in the fight.
Oh, yeah.
And he collapses in Gira's arms, and like that's meant to be a moment. That's meant to be that moment of like, okay, he's forgiven him, and like they're back together, because it's intercut with like, we don't know what the reasoning for this was, but that scene of them hugging as children.
Yeah. It's so funny.
Have the King-Ohger colors on his suit.
It's so funny to think about this. Like, even at this point, at the end of the battle, Gira still has no idea of the full depth of what Racules has done.
I mean, Gira sees actions, though. So, like, you know, I think that's like, oh, wow, that's something.
So, yeah, that's when...
And maybe, like, because, you know, they've known their brothers for a long... Maybe Gira always wanted to believe that Racules wasn't bad. And so he's ready to.
I think he did.
It's like we said, he's not. He is naive to a level, and so he's like, oh, he's happy.
He said that to him in episode 41. Actually, he was when they were hugging right before Racules was like, "You naive fool," and then slapped him again.
Right. Yes. Exactly.
He was like, I loved you and I believed you and I wanted to be like you, and he still has no idea why he changed.
Mm-hmm. So maybe it's like, oh, everything's not back to normal, but we've got what 8 episodes left.
Yep.
So
Racules goes unconscious. The other King-Ohgers finally show up. Himeno is examining him. Yanma says he's going to put some new cybernetic organs in him.
Kaguragi does an awful job stabilizing his spine.
Oh yeah, and then and they just have Jeremy web him up to like hold his guts in.
Yeah. And like, I was saying, like, because like obviously like what we're all hoping for now is that by the end of this there will be the whole 7-man team with Racules as part of the lineup. But if we don't get that, we still have a lineup. It's of them all together with
Racules' body
being held by Kaguragi.
That's the closest to a 7-man roll call we're getting.
The shot of Kaguragi just like holding Racules just reminds me when Nebula's holding fucking Star-Lord's body.
Oh yeah.
Guardians 3.
Yep. Yeah, that's funny.
And
it's the body too.
It's the monster hold. It's a trope.
I also love that like while they're all walking away, for some reason Jeremy's holding the Crown Lance and Yanma's holding the Ohger Caliber 0, but Gira like hasn't got up to join them yet. So I just picture Gira going like, guys, those are mine. Guys, give those back.
No, we're walking away coolly. So great episode.
Oh my god!
This is up in terms of clip show episodes. This is up there with Simpsons.
King-Ohger Christmas Boogie.
Oi!
I just want to say I'm very, very happy with where Racules has
same
come.
way. Same.
I just
it's so funny
he
that
is the best character in this whole show.
It's so funny that this was the episode that aired before Christmas because the entire fandom was given the most amazing present of all time.
And like it's like we've been saying like, where's Racules, his whole Racules thing going? And I've been saying like, I hope it was going to something like this, because otherwise, like all the shit you were talking about, all those little inconsistencies, that would just made it was just bad writing.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
Everything made sense,
which is why like going forward, I don't think they're gonna shit the bed, but like I really hope they don't make it this like big convoluted thing going forward. I hope the last few episodes are a little more. We're winding down to a simpler. Like, we got to get Dag dead, you know?
We also still have the other jesters to kill.
That's true. We only got one of them so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck? Like, you think they defeated them? No.
The only one they've successfully killed is Gorma.
Yeah. Not even Grody's dead. He's already dead.
And they had Tomokazu Seki's still alive.
And they had to exhaust themselves to the point of near death just to kill one of them.
What if they actually don't kill the other jesters? They make peace with them after Dag dead is
not impossible.
But to be fair, 8 episodes about left.
Yeah,
that's enough time to kill the rest if they have to.
I know why you didn't. I know why you didn't like the Idol episode so much. Because it had Dawn Brothers level of writing. Dawn Brothers.
Oh, that's why.
That's why you didn't like it. It felt like Dawn Brothers.
Shit that was completely out of place, made no sense, and any attempt to explain it was promptly met with "Go fuck yourself."
Yes.
Yeah, that same kind of energy.
Ichi, you're just not smart enough for it.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. You don't understand. Me and Gar understood it.
You just don't understand.
Okay. You're a little too hard on Dawn Brothers.
It's funny.
I think you need to give Dawn Brothers another rewatch.
No.
2 more.
You know what? We need to do.
Still want to show that sandwich episode.
We need to do another.
Dawn Brothers is to Ichi as Tokusatsu is
we tie you
Sorry,
down and we force you to rewatch Dawn Brothers.
Fucking no.
Would you do it for charity?
Maybe.
Would you do it for charity?
Dawn Brothers is to you as Tokusatsu is to me.
The difference is Tokusatsu was good.
Got him.
How did we get rid of? How did we get rid of one of the generals and the main villain before the other 3 generals?
Because Dag Dead's not dead.
Do you know this is not exactly the same, but this is sort of reminding me of remember when Trakina became like Bug Trakina?
Yeah.
Like that's kind of what this feels like.
Oh, he's gonna come back in like a new, uglier form.
He's gonna be this big, disgusting water
He's
bear.
like, all right, now you've pissed me off.
I'd like that. Because like that's another reason I think they're doing that is so that like at the very end they're gonna have his like monstery form.
Yeah, because think about other Sentai like Zenkaiger and Zyuohger, where we had the main villain on screen all along, but then in the last like 5-10 episodes they debut their like true final form.
Yeah, like something more like sinister to fight. Not because, like, you know, Dagdad's a great design, but he's definitely got a comical look. Like,
he's wearing a fucking royal cape.
Yeah, like last episode, you're gonna want him to be like, ooh, Oozy and Buggy.
Here's what's gonna happen. The Dagdad's gonna come back. He's gonna be stronger than ever. The King-Ohgers are gonna be on like their last leg or whatever like that. They're down, and then you know what? Kamen Rider Legend just comes out of nowhere and he just wipes the fucking floor.
Or it could be Racules.
Please no to what Lane was saying, but if Racules comes back with the even more long thought out master plan, it's like, all right, now it's time for my real secret plan.
It doesn't even have to be a master plan. Gira is the host for him, and Racules is the protagonist.
Hey guys, you remember Prince?
Why?
Remember Prince? Yeah, he's my son.
Oh.
Imagine Prince was like Racules' like bastard son. That'd be so funny.
God!
Imagine that.
You know, I love that so much.
Here's a thought. Let's remember a crucial fact: the Ultra Caliber Zero presumably still has the power to kill immortals. They could do it again. What if they take it to the next level and channel that power from the Ultra Caliber Zero into God King-Ohger? Maybe God King-Ohger Zero.
Maybe that'll be it. Maybe it's like...
I confused it with the power to kill immortals. Now it can't kill mortals, just immortals.
Wait a minute.
So
this slash Kaguragi. I'm fine.
He makes himself mortal so
I actually feel better.
He can't be killed by the sword that's made to kill immortals.
No, it's like it heals wounds somehow. You like cut across.
It's like the fucking Tenseiga.
Yeah.
The most convoluted bullshit, but it'd be so funny.
I would have loved it if, like, you know, that shot of his eyes we all love because it's so dramatic. I would have loved it if at the very end of this, after they defeat Dagdad, it's just like, we did it, brother. We finally. Then you just do the same thing with Racules' eyes, but in the other direction, have him stab you.
My even longer con.
Now that I've gotten rid of the world destroyer, turns out I was bad the whole time.
I do want to rule all GQ.
No, you just see his head turn and he just stabs Yanma.
You were the real threat all along.
You know he would stab Kaguragi because, like, you're the only one who's more full of shit than me.
He'd stab the backstabber in the back.
Yep. Does that mean you have to stab him in the front?
Wait.
Backstab the backstabber.
What do I stab him in the side?
You know what? I'll stab him in the dick. That'll work.
Oh, there you go.
That does
right in the stinger. So, next episode is about Racules in Gokon's court, presumably confessing his entire scheme. We get some sort of flashback involving Gira and Racules' father, the previous king. Yep. And also, even though we're this late into a very serious plot-ridden series, we're getting a fucking plot where it's an age swap episode where some random people get old and all of the King-Ohgers become young, including, as you can see in our Discord chat, a screenshot of Kid-Ohgers.
You know,
it's like in that Star Trek The Next Generation episode where they went through the transport and became children. This does feel like a weird placement for this kind of plot, but they haven't steered this wrong so far.
After the amazing epicness in like Galaxy Brain, the last two episodes were, I think we need to just have a little fun. So I'm looking forward to this. It's gonna be fun shit.
The thing with Kaguragi, I think the idea is that he's actually older than the rest of them. So when they all turned into kids, he turned into the young Kaguragi from the flashback because he is just that older.
Kid Yanma's just like in like rags.
Yeah, because he's back to his poor boy stage.
He devolved into his rags.
And Jeremy's got his fucking mask on again.
Can we get a zoom into this picture, actually?
The little Jeremy with the hood on and the mask. I fucking love it.
Oh no, we're gonna see.
Wait. Where's Rita?
That's what I was about to say.
Oh, Rita. Yeah, Rita's a baby. I'm gonna fucking die.
Oh no.
My heart.
She's a baby.
You guys remember?
Little Rita.
Oh, she is a kid.
There's gonna be.
When did this take place?
When
did that photo take place?
That's next episode.
There's gonna be
No,
an
I mean
adorable
like
shot
the
where, like-
flashbacks that when
That's not part of the flashback.
You gotta listen, man.
Hang on.
No, I mean
Let him talk.
Before I lose my thought, Paul, before I lose my thought, I just want to see like a shot of little baby Rita, and they put her in like this little cute little crib, and then they put a little mo food next to her while she's napping.
That's what I was getting.
Episode. It'll be so fucking
That
cute.
feels like an anime side special.
We need that. We need little baby Rita with a mo food.
Baby Weta.
Baby Rita. She'll just start crying, but like instead of the baby crying, it's just Rita screaming.
I can't believe the fucking dichotomy of following the most significant lore dump expositional clip show in all of Sentai history with the fallen evil lord confessing his evil plan in court while presumably being accused of many crimes. A flashback to the long-forgotten father, the previous king of Shigadam. All the King-Ohgers are children! Whee!
King-Ohger babies.
Well, yeah, we either in Sentai it's tradition we have to have a body swap episode, or like they turn into kids or some bullshit. It has to happen. It always does. And look, there you go. Ichi Racules is back in red again.
He's back in his old uniform.
The world is back in balance.
Things
now.
make sense again.
Should be wearing gray.
Exactly. Yeah, no, for fucking real. I agree with that.
It's so funny because as much as I complain about the weird dichotomy of the next episode, it absolutely plays towards things that I've gone on record of saying I love about Sentai is the complete weird juxtaposition of serious plot and stupid hilarity that tokusatsu is masterful at.
No, I know. I don't. I will say the one thing about Racules I don't like right now. I don't like his haircut. I like his long hair better.
I wonder if that was like similar, like if it was just the actor was getting his haircut and stuff.
Well, here's the thing, like his hair was like all neatly coiffed while he was playing the bad guy, but then at the end of the episode, right before he like collapsed, you see his hair start to like come undone. So I think his hair is all still there. It's just coiffed up.
Maybe. Yeah.
And in that shot, he's got like a bandage around his head.
But like that wouldn't explain why he had a wig on, an obvious wig, when he had to look like he had long hair.
No, but that was a flashback.
No, that's what I mean. Like
Maybe he just
they
didn't have
probably filmed it or
have a
something.
wig then.
I don't know.
Who knows?
We just assumed.
I kind of love if he keeps his hair short while wearing the old uniform, because then that's clearly like, okay, that is phase 3 Racules. You know what I mean?
He has the headband just the whole time.
Phase 1 Racules is long hair, red uniform. Phase 2 Racules, blue uniform, short hair. Phase 3 Racules.
Profit.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, yeah, like the costume designer has been on fire this whole time.
Oh, fucking hell. It's all of their cool outfits have been so good.
Doesn't look like they're stopping anytime soon. No. What if they're going to be co-kings by the end? Aww.
It's like we changed the whole political structure. Shugadam is now a republic.
Let's do this. I hope this isn't what happens, but it's not a non-zero chance that Racules isn't going to make out of this alive. They've killed Rangers before.
Yeah.
They have.
They'll have to defer to the only person who's been able to stand up and truly guide the people in the absence of the Hasty brothers. Goroge.
Oh, you know. A true king.
I just want baby Rita so fucking badly. It's so cute.
Next episode,
so
brother.
Adorable. Well, Ichi will let me know Sunday, most likely, or Saturday night.
I'll be watching the Raw Saturday night, as I have been literally every week since King-Ohger started.
You should please, everyone in the Discord, fucking alert me. Like, mention me, tag me as soon as we find out what Rita's is in the episode. I need to know right away.
All we need to do now. Yeah. Oh, look at that edit!
Thank you.
Oh, that looks so fucking good, actually.
Nice. Get a zoom on that.
Great his hands too.
His hands
are great. His skin is deteriorating.
He did die.
Oh no, he's a zombie.
Oh, that
accident.
They had a fucking grody zombie bring him back. So, as amazing as these episodes and King-Ohger in general has been, all we're missing is giving the rest of the team their stock henshins, and I'm ready to call this perfect Sentai. Right now, it's like a 9.9995 for me.
If that does happen, I told you that each of this, I have a bit ready to go for the episode if that ends up happening.
It's so funny because
like hold it back from you just so you can't say it's a perfect sentence.
There we go.
I compiled a video of all of the stock henshin so far, including my Racules edits. That video has over 130,000 views.
Wow.
I can monetize my personal YouTube channel because of that video.
Turns out, well, Easy, there you go. The lack of stock henshins in this has helped your channel.
Yeah. It's all right.
I bet if Decker posted
I can't
this
say
picture
I want it anymore if you
fucking
keep talking, so shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Wow, what a powerful couple of episodes in a powerful, amazing series.
Thank you, Racules Hasty, for being the best.
And we still have 8 episodes to go. What else can this show do?
Maybe this will be all the gimmicks.
It could either keep going super, super well, or it'll just fucking go very downhill fast.
It'll pull an anti-Dunn Brothers and get terrible in the last 5 episodes.
There you go. I hope not. I hope not.
I will say, I mentioned it earlier, but the whole mystery of the missing Kuwagata soul and Rainbow Judorita isn't fully solved yet, and I think my theory holds some water.
Imagine if, like, as an excuse to write Racules out of the next few episodes, Rita, being Rita, says, well,
you're super under arrest.
You are still. We're not going to execute you, but you're under arrest.
You're under so much arrest.
Community service for a year.
That's why the end of the trailer states Racules Hasty is sentenced to death. That is the end of the trailer for the next episode.
Did they say that? I don't remember that.
It just pulls a full-on Game of Thrones and he gets executed.
Episode we watched today.
I'm sure they won't actually do it, but I'm sure they'll find a way to get around it.
They won't do it, but it's part of the narrative.
Yeah. Wow. Such amazing episodes. I love this show so much. And what's great is, over the last couple episodes, Little Karibo's been watching this show, in addition to all the other Kamen Rider shows he's been watching. So I've been able to watch Little Karibo tweet about episodes he's been watching and watch him love the show just as much as we all are.
You informed him of Make You Wanna Die.
Yeah.
He's the best. He's the best thing on my Twitter right now. Just watching him watch Toku.
You said Twitter, not X.
Yeah. He posted his.
No, it's Twitter.
LK posted his Throne gift list because his birthday's next month, and I was gonna buy him the Ohgers caliber, but someone beat me to it.
I actually have a get around on this. Actually, it works for everything. Works on all levels. Call it X Twitter.
Ooh.
X Twitter.
It's like cross geets. It's like before you just add next to it.
You can pay me anytime you want.
Yeah. Royalties to Castranger Incorporated.
John Toei, I know you got you got some of the bugs in here. Send it over to Elon.
Just go back to trying to figure out how to get us on Mars, please.
It's so cold.
Well, that will be it for Castranger this week. What an amazing episode. 2 hours, 45 minutes.
Well, we had stuff to talk about, though.
Yeah.
Like, these were, like, good episodes.
When King-Ohger's really good, we need to talk about it for a while.
When Racules is really good, we got to talk about it for a long time.
Yeah.
That too.
This was an amazing episode to start 2024 with. These were amazing episodes. The episodes were amazing episodes to end 2023 with. And just everything's great right now.
How could it possibly go wrong?
We'll find out next week.
When they become children. Next time on King-Ohger Ball.
Oh yeah, and it's Seven's birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy Bappy.
Hey.
Yeah, happy birthday, Sevens.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Sevens. We love you.
You want to round this out, Ichi?
All right.
Stay safe, everyone.
And I want to congratulate Emily for staying to the end of an episode.
Oh, we got...
Come on. I'm sorry.
We all get our shame. We all get something to be burned at. It's how
You know what? That's fair. That's totally fair.
We all are
Thanks
friends.
for having
That's
me
what we
till
do.
the end of the episode.
Of course.
Even though I crunched.
I'm just all here like, I love Kamen Rider Legend, and everyone's like patting my head. That's great.
That's nice.
I don't dislike Legend. I don't.
Have you seen his super form?
No.
Someone post Gorgeous Legend, please.
I'll do it. I got it.
I know I know you have it in your.
Wait. It's the one with the
folder.
tassels.
No, it's the one with the mane of cards.
No, it's the one with the lion's mane. I love it. It's so good. His belt is his head.
I don't hate that, honestly.
It's a gun. It's great.
It's another dickhead belt gun.
I'm buying it 100%.
Blaine, I'm not a legend lover. I'm a legend liker.
I'm a legend tolerator.
I love Hokage Quartz. He's great.
All right, we got to wrap this up.
Yeah.
Thank you all, everyone, for listening, watching, liking, favoriting, sharing, subscribing, hitting the bell, and being awesome. As always, the primary source of our Castranger hijinks is castranger.podbean.com. From there, you can find our Facebook, Twitter, Discord server, merch store, Patreon, all of our cool shit. And of course, I have to give a shout out to our currently active patrons. Let me just pull that list up real quick. That would include our good friends Blaze, Armorhide, Sentai VT, and Vegas. Thanks to you, I have a shiny new microphone in my studio, and Lane has a shiny new-ish mic in his studio.
I got a rock.
Yeah.
Sorry?
I got a rock.
Oh, yeah. That's why you come here.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for supporting the channel.
Costume.
Yeah, that was their gift to me.
Is it because she's dear to you?
A little bit.
Oh.
Well, if I got some good news if you like King-Ohger, because Jikai, Radio Sentai Castranger, we're talking about the King-Ohger Adventure Heaven movie, which finally got subbed.
And apparently answers some questions and gave us context that we needed. So.
Yep. I'm excited. I've already watched it.
Together, see?
It's real good.
Together. Yep.
All right. Thank you all once again, and we will see you next week. And welcome to Castranger 2024. Woo!
Stay Racules, everybody.
Stay
Take
Racules.
care, everybody. Stay safe.
And by that I mean plot against your friends for 17 years, threaten to murder them, but then turn out to be doing it for a good reason.
This new year, in a world of deads, be a Racules.
Yeah.
All right, bye-bye.